How sweet to be an idiot.
Yep, Charlamagne the God here.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. Thank you for joining us for another week, man. This episode is brought to you by Bevel. Tristan Walker, I think Tristan getting a little too famous out here. I think he's getting a little too poppin'.
A lot of love on Twitter.
I'm seeing you spreading a lot of this wealth around the other podcasts, and I don't know how I feel about that, Tristan.
That's right.
I hate to be the guy that always has to remind you about who was initially here for you.
Yeah. Who had your back.
Who put you on, so to speak, Tristan.
We gave you the cosign, Tristan.
We are Ray J's penis to your Kim Kardashian, Tristan. You hear me?
Ray J's penis.
Okay? But we reached out to the homie Tristan Walker and said we got to do something a little extra for the Brilliant Idiots family, absolutely. All our fellow Brilliant Idiots out there, because, we got to make them feel special again because they see the wealth being spread all over the damn place.
Yeah.
Okay? Right?
Yeah.
So, because I've been telling you that I've been going to see my dermatologist, salute to Dr. Natasha Sandy, and she's been telling me that Bevel has the best savings system out there. You know what I'm saying? What? I'm not supposed to get into all of this right now?
I think it's supposed to be a quick little pre-roll.
All right, okay.
Well, no, but let him rock. Let him rock. Go. Okay, you're going to get the full commercial. All right? Now, you've been going to Sandy. Okay, I'm going
to give you a nice little tease to what it is.
All right, bet.
Tristan decided, you know what I'm saying, that just for us, he was going to offer the first month of membership to Brilliant Idiot fans for free.
Free.
That's all I'm going to tell you now.
Free.
You have to listen to the rest of the podcast to find out how.
That's right. No, I mean, we got to tell them how. You just go to the Bevel website, you type in free idiots. That's the promo code.
You want to tell them that?
I think we should tell them. I think we fucked up this pre-roll so badly. We might as well just give them all. You know what I mean? Well, listen. We're not going to just put the tip in with this pre-roll.
That's what I'm going to tell you.
We're going to give you the whole dick.
The first 150 people to go.
We always give Tristan the whole dick.
So all of his penis. And I'm tired, and I'm still giving you some dick. Just got home from work. You can still get it, baby. The first 150 people to go to getbevel.com and use the code FREEIDIOTS from today through Monday. Get the first month of Bevel free.
And this is done Monday, remember. Yes. Game over Monday.
That's it.
So get your razors. All right, this Monday. All right.
We'll tell you more later.
The show is also brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, online store for all your ideas. I've been seeing people post their websites for Squarespace. They've been tweeting at us. Yeah, it's good. I'm glad.
You discount-loving bastards.
Hey, get it. Get that. Discount shit. What are we offering this at 10% off? You just use the offer code IDIOTS when you go to the checkout, and you got to try Squarespace, man. Get a website. If you don't have a website, man, it's just, what's your website, by the way?
See the God World.
Okay. And how's that going?
It's great as far as I know.
Flourishing.
As far as I know.
That's what I'm talking about. Mine is theandrewschultz.com. You know what I mean? Make sure you just get this Squarespace going. That's what we do. Squarespace all day. And
the best thing about Squarespace, one of the best things is that it has 24/7 customer support.
Ooh.
So if you're trying to put your shit up, and it's not going the way you want, you can always pick up the phone and call somebody.
Yeah, and you're going to be doing it late. Nobody's going to be building a website during the day. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter, so you just make sure. Listen, you can't call the website. They got, email and that kind of support and messages.
But it's 24/7 customer support.
That's what I'm saying. It's all the time. So when you're building your website late at night, get it in. Get your support on.
Squarespace. Build it beautiful.
Yo, this Thursday through Sunday, I'm going to be doing shows at Rooster Tea Feathers in Sunnyvale, California, NorCal. Come on, show up. Thank you to everybody who came out last weekend to West Nyack and Levity Live. 3-12 to 3-14, I'll be in Buffalo at the Helium Comedy Club. The 19th through the 21st of March, I'll be at Dallas at Hyenas. And the 27th through the 28th of March, I'll be in Long Island at McGuire's. Go get your tickets. theandrewschultz.com for all that kind of stuff. And also check out our newest edition of This American Hype. Man, we got a great episode coming out, and check out all the past episodes that we've been doing. I appreciate all the support. Thank you very much.
Now let's start the show.
All right. So,
a lot going on this week.
How was your All-Star weekend?
All-Star weekend for me was good because I didn't do nothing. I stayed out these niggas' way.
You know what? I did as well, but I also didn't get invited to anything.
Really?
So I think that's why I was able to stay out these way.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I got invited to a bunch of stuff. I didn't go. I went to Kanye West's fashion show on Thursday. Why the fuck I decided to do that, I have no idea.
Why didn't you like it?
I'm not an industry dude. I keep telling y'all that. I hate it.
I'm going to start saying that about myself, but just because I don't get invited to anything. Honestly, I'm not an industry dude. You know what I'm saying? I can't be doing shit. Is Wax smoking weed in the fucking side?
Wax, you got to smoke outside, man. What's wrong with you,
Wax? Wax, you can't smoke weed during the fucking.
Oh, you good?
Oh, you can? All right.
Oh.
That's what's up.
Oh,
Shout
right.
out to Engine Room Studios with the weed.
Okay. They got enough rappers coming through here, I'm sure.
That's true. This shit
He's
was
not the first
funky.
to smoke in the building.
All right,
But,
so go on.
yeah, so my homegirl Natina, she works at Def Jam. She's always getting me to try to come out to these Def Jam events. And for whatever reason, Kanye West really wanted me to be here.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason, I don't fucking
You know damn well why he wants
So I go in, it's 80 people, maybe 100.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All press, bougie, foo-foo shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm looking, I see Rihanna sitting there. I see all the Jenners. I see Cassie and Diddy and the whole
Ann Winter,
Beyonce,
did you see the
Anna
Vogue?
Wintour,
Anna Winter, yeah.
Kim. Like, it's just, they're all sitting there. And I'm like, yep, I don't belong in this room. You know what I'm saying? See the big Sasquatch Chloe sitting over there. Like they're all in there, right? So Tina goes, let's go stand in the back. Go walk to the back. We standing there, you know what I'm saying? I'm cooling out. And then I'm like, yo, let's go stand over there. Wax like, nah, we ain't moving. Like, why the fuck we not moving? Let's go stand over there. Nah, we ain't moving. I look, it's fucking Drake.
Really?
Standing there. He got a hoodie on. He ain't say shit though. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he knew it was you.
I don't know. I mean, we were standing right by each other. You know what he did know? Because as we was walking over, like you could see like their little section like start moving. It was a lot of energy coming from that section. Like,
Okay.
what the fuck is he coming over here for? That type of shit.
Oh, so they thought you guys were coming over.
Exactly. So we ended up standing in the midst of they shit. And I'm like, I'm taking my ass back to the middle of the fucking shit. Because number one, I can't see from back here. And number two, what the fuck would I look like with my back to him and his squad?
We was early.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
a little. But wait a minute, Wax is saying what? That
I said we was early.
so you were ready for everything.
Man, don't listen to Wax.
And how many guys were there, Wax?
I didn't know. Probably like 5.
Probably 5. And then just how many of you were there?
There's one, two, like at least 4.
Oh, you guys had people with you.
It was 4 of us.
Oh,
it was
so
only
you're
2
good.
of it was 2 of us.
Oh,
But it was
He
4
thinks
of
he's
us.
3 people.
Oh, you think? Yo, pass that weed, Wax. God damn.
He's smoking right now. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to nothing he says right now.
The multiplication weed.
It wasn't even about that though. It was just like that's not smart. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very stupid.
Yeah.
Very
So
stupid.
I'm gonna go stand over here. Number one, like I can't see from back here. Number two, I'm not. I don't stand on my back to nobody.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't care who it is. I'm not doing that.
It wasn't like that.
So yeah, it wasn't like that. And the show,
And he's not gonna start swinging at a fucking.
I don't know what these niggas will do, but I know how the reaction will be. So, but that's not what we're here for. But then the show was whack.
I thought the clothing was cool.
No. It's cool. It's cool if you're a zombie and you just came out of the grave and you've been dead for 100 years and your shit is just hanging off you and rats have eaten holes through it.
Yeah.
That's when it's
You know
cool.
what's really funny?
It's zombie attire.
Listen, first of all, while you're sitting right here wearing jeans with holes that rats have eaten out of right here, shitting on
First of all,
Kanye's clothes.
let's be clear.
Second of all,
these are PRPS jeans.
Second of all, the PRPS jeans that we were talking about last time, I don't know, a couple episodes, you said some shit about he just walks into an abandoned barn in South Carolina, finds some jeans that a rat has been eating holes out of, and then replicates them. And you were like, and that's the hottest shit.
It is.
But when Kanye does it, it's for zombies.
You know the difference between Kanye? Kanye shit is baggy. You got the little kid in there. I'm gonna pull up the picture of this little boy. He's got like a member of the Junkyard Gang. Fat Albert's Junkyard Gang. His clothes are baggy as fuck.
Okay.
Nobody dresses like that. And you know what Kanye said?
What he said?
For everybody who doesn't like my clothing line, well, you just can't see into the future because this is the future. No, it's not. It's not going to be the future.
Yeah.
It's not happening. Nobody's ever going to dress like that in the real world.
I liked it, man. I thought
No, you didn't. You wouldn't wear it.
I would wear some of the shit.
You would not.
I wouldn't wear. Here's the thing: when I saw you guys could go look it up. When I saw the tights that they were all wearing, you know, they were wearing the bodysuits.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now, just listen. When I saw the bodysuits, I thought that was his way of making the people look like mannequins. I thought it was
no. You know what?
Shit.
It's something to that because when we walked in, it was dark, but all the people were already standing there getting ready for the show.
Yeah,
I thought they were mannequins. I didn't realize. I was like, oh shit, those are real people.
So here's the
Bump into
thing.
them.
I think on some level, these designers, their egos are so inflated, they don't want the model to be the star of the show. So they make them look fucking bony and ugly, and they put their hair in a net, you know, and all the shit, so that the clothes can be the star. Like his ego's so crazy, he doesn't want any model taking credit away from him.
Listen, I'm gonna tip it like this. I'm not even gonna argue if the clothes are dope or not because they just ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't my type of shit. I wouldn't look at that and be like, oh, that's hot.
I thought it was all right. I was ready for it to be whack, and I thought it was all right.
And I think the Yeezy Boost are terrible.
Yeah, I think they look awful.
The
We shit all over them.
The black ones are dope. to a certain extent. I think the black ones are kind of fly.
They're
The gray-
not. They're just
They're not fly, but they look better than the gray ones.
They're not. My buddy said, and we did this on This American Hype, but he said that they look like elephant slippers, and that he probably modeled them after Chloe's feet.
When are people gonna dress like that?
Huh?
When are people gonna dress?
When
like
that new Star Wars movie comes out,
Exactly.
everybody. Let me tell you something.
Exactly.
When this new Star Wars movie comes out, Kanye's line is gonna be killing it, man. It's sold out everywhere. If he puts out a lightsaber, Look at
the shit he has on. That shit looks like some Comic Con shit, yo.
That shit is hot.
Kanye West clothing line looks like some shit you would wear at Comic Con.
That shit is hot, man. Look at that. He's killing it right now.
Yeah, right.
He is.
Bullshit.
You kind of dress like that from the waist down.
Absolutely not. He's got actual holes in his pants. I have replicas of holes. It's 30 degrees.
So you got the fake shit, basically.
Yes, I got the fake shit. I don't.
So it's okay to
I don't
have
got my
the-
kneecaps out for real. Okay? Kanye's really got his fucking kneecaps out, but yeah, I wouldn't get the Yeezy Boost either. The Yeezy Boost look like a paper mache project.
Yeah.
They look like a 7th grader's paper mache project. They not hot. And I hate when people try to act like, oh, just because you don't think it's hot, then you're just not up on what's popping out here.
No, they're just not hot.
It's just not.
There's Jordans that are not hot.
Okay, it's
Everyone
fine.
after 13 is not hot. Every single
And
Jordan
it's
afterwards.
perfectly fine to think that way. Everybody's not gonna like your shit.
Yeah, that's some super hypebeast shit just to like him, just because Kanye's put on.
Clothing is definitely subjective.
So yeah,
Absolutely subjective to the user or the person who is looking at the clothes.
yeah, but I feel like it's so easy to manipulate. Like all clothes look horrible until they don't. Does that make sense? Like back in the day, if you saw someone's skinny jeans,
That's very true.
right? Like you'd be like, this guy's crazy. Why is he trying to show off his thighs?
Now
and
it's the
shit?
style.
Now it's the style. So
Are
it's
you
like
look at shit that got played out? Shit that was in cross colors,
fucking
Carl
Jabot
Kanai,
jeans and shit.
Gerald Jabot jeans, all that
Yeah.
shit. Now they played out. It's like, oh, that shit's whack.
So maybe he's thinking that this new Star Wars look is really gonna be like he's gonna really change the game.
No, I don't see it, man.
I'm with it, man. And I wasn't even a Star Wars fan. I might buy some shit.
And then you know why everybody else, you know why they love his shit? Because they
Why?
believe in Kanye. Like that's almost a great space to be in when you have preyed on people's need to believe to create such a cult-like following. Like they believe in him. They believe in him so much that they'll wear his clothes. They'll believe in him so much that if he tells you that these sneakers are the shit, you believe they're the shit.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's kind of like when Nike did the "It's Got to Be the Shoes" campaign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the whole sometimes I feel like
No,
be
it's
like
like-
Mike shit. Like in
it's
order to be
like-
like Mike, you got to wear these sneakers.
I mean, that would make sense for sneakers, but it's really like when they made Space Jam. It's like he's such a good basketball player. I'm gonna watch him act.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Space Jam
that's
was
what
a classic
Kanye is
movie,
doing.
though.
Say what?
Space Jam's a classic.
And I'm guilty of being manipulated. Like you can't do anything wrong for me.
No.
Jordan had the fucking Hitler mustache
Yeah.
in the Hanes commercial.
Yeah, man.
Nobody in that commercial even said, "Yo, we just need you to grow out your mustache or shave your mustache."
Listen, Zach Levine of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
First dunk throws on the Michael Jordan Space Jam jersey.
Yeah.
Everybody's expectations immediately go,
Through
whoa.
roof. Yeah.
He put on a Jordan jersey. Whatever he's going to do is about to be amazing. Don't get me wrong. The dunk he did was incredible. But the fact that he put on that Jordan jersey from Space Jam
right.
heightened it. It made everybody be like, whoa, did you see that shit? He had the Jordan jersey on.
That's a good
What
point.
the fuck does the Jordan jersey have to do with the dunk?
He should have put on a John Paxson jersey. So if he put on a John Paxson jersey and did that dunk, people would have went fucking crazy.
Listen, if he had the Timberwolves jersey on,
Just
if he had the Timberwolves jersey on, it would have been
his own
dope. But it would have been like, all right, okay. Cool.
Kevin Love never did any shit like that.
It was the expectation.
Yeah, dude. Expectations will fuck you.
You put that, and I remember Kenny Smith even said that he better do something amazing with that Jordan jersey.
Yeah.
He did something amazing.
I even feel weird when people wear Jordan's number. Like when you have
LeBron James said that, and they gave him flack for that. But he was like, "Yo, they should retire his number." Period.
My buddy said that they should retire his number from numbers. Like he said, my buddy Zach right near is like, yo, honestly, I think it should go 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26. Like we don't even have 23 anymore.
I agree with that. Like, there for some reason, that 23 stands out like a motherfucker.
When I see soccer players with 23, I'm
think
like,
Michael
you
Jordan.
biting ass motherfucker.
Absolutely, I agree. No, you think Michael Jordan?
Yeah,
without
we gotta
question.
retire.
Now, your girl Amber Rose, she came on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
She aired
I
out,
saw
man.
you.
Yeah, she aired out. She slandered the Kardashians. I mean, she didn't really say nothing that nobody else has ever thought, but just hearing, I guess, somebody like her say it.
What's your take on Amber?
As far as what?
Just in general, how do you feel?
I'd fuck her. What you mean?
I know you would fuck her.
What do you mean?
You were telling me.
Oh, just
earlier
as a
that you would fuck-
person?
No, let's talk about this because because this is funny. What you said to me earlier, verbatim, was, "I've fucked Amber 20 times in my head."
In my head. I mean, I got enough
But
material. I
you
got her
said
pussy.
you said it like you were bragging, like, son. If you saw the 7th time I fucked her in my head,
Amber at least 20
son,
times.
the way
already,
she was
B.
walking away.
I fucked her at least 20 times.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucked her on the balcony when
How?
she had that
Oh,
little
really?
bikini on.
That you were there for that.
In my mind.
In your mind.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
I fucked her when she had the picture laid out on the bed with her pussy wide open,
Yeah.
finger popping herself.
You hit it.
I've hit it.
Hit it raw, or you rubbered
Raw.
up?
I ain't use no condom on
You
Amber
raw
Rose.
dog in your hypotheticals?
I'm raw dogging Amber Rose, dog.
You're ballsy, bro.
You wouldn't raw dog
You
Amber?
bro, hypothetically? Nah, man, that's a friend. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
a friend.
right. But
you know what I mean? I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman out here. You know, I just got people's backs.
You know what I like about Amber? And
Go.
I felt like this when we interviewed her 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You can't slander Amber Rose the way you slander the Kardashians, or at least Kim, because Amber owns all her shit. She owns it.
And it's so amazing how deflating that is when someone's trying to make fun of you.
It's the Eminem and 8 Mile. It works,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
When
Own
you
your
live
shit.
your truth, I tell you all the time, when you live your truth, nobody can use your truth against you.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, you used to be a stripper, Amber. And you see how she came back at Chloe? She said, yeah, I used to be a stripper. She said, at one point in my life, I was a whore to feed my family, the same way your sister's a whore to feed yours.
Yeah. Well, what the other shit she said about how OJ was her dad?
That wasn't that good to me.
I thought that was good. You have to understand the expectations. It's not like she put on a Chris Rock jersey and said that joke. You know what I'm saying? Like she's still twerking and saying that joke. So I'm like, all right, this
She
is
had
not
some
bad.
the other ones before that were way wittier though, like the memes.
The meme was good with the
meme
South
was-
Philly girl.
when she had
yeah.
Kanye talking to all of them, and she was
That was
like,
good,
"Calm
yeah.
down, y'all don't want that problem." She's from South Philly. That was funny. Like the OJ shit was like, "All right, chill out, Amber."
Well, here's the thing. I think she should have went on at Chloe for the fact that Chloe turned her husband into a crackhead.
Oh, listen, I told who was I talking to yesterday? I forgot who I talked to yesterday. I said I would have took that picture of Lamar Odom when he was dressed as Tyrone Biggums. Remember that meme?
No, I never saw the picture.
Yes, they had Lamar's face on Tyrone Biggums' body.
For you youngsters out there, Tyrone Biggums
Was the crackhead that Dave Chappelle played.
Yeah.
I would have took that picture, sent it to Chloe, and goes, "Look what your pussy does to people."
Nah, he was too functional to be a
The person turns people into addicts.
Look what your pussy does to people.
Yo, for real, dude.
That's what I would have did. But
I mean, there's a lot of ways you could go with Chloe besides the fact that she looks crazy. Like, there's a lot of ways. Like,
but I thought the fact that she played it the way she played was classic.
like an NBA basketball player couldn't get you pregnant. Is there anybody else more potent than an NBA basketball player?
You can't do that as a woman, though.
What? Go after another woman?
Yeah, not when it comes to pregnancy.
I mean, when you have a kid, you can. Like, that is the fucking dagger.
does already
You say
have
that
one,
shit,
yeah,
she's gonna cut her wrist
yeah.
and just fucking bleed out in a bathtub.
Before all we know, Chloe could have been having abortions or something, or been on birth control. Who knows, man?
You think she can have an abortion?
They got a fertile family. Damn, but OJ's her dad.
That's what
She
I'm
don't come from
saying.
the same bloodline.
Yeah.
Does OJ have kids? We don't know. She don't come from the same bloodline. Like she's a vampire.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. That could be it.
Wow.
That could be it.
Well, now, I mean, like I said, I like Amber, man. She's honest, man. She's an honest person. You can't. But I thought it was whack of Chloe when she fucking.
Chloe
came at-
always tries to be bodyguard. That's what I don't like.
But Amber didn't really say shit about Kylie. Like
What'd
she
she
came
say?
on caping for Kylie.
What'd she say?
She was like, she asked her, what do you think about Tyga and Kylie? I think it's disgusting. Kylie need to be in bed by 7. You know what I'm saying? And then, but she was using that as an example as to why Tyga's so fucking disgusting. She was like, she's a baby. She need to be in bed by 7.
I disagree about that.
What you mean?
I just don't think it's disgusting. I think we have decided that 18 is the age where it's morally acceptable to have sex with a girl. But
I don't
get
have
the
a
fuck
problem.
out of here. Like,
No. I Googled the stats yesterday.
okay.
Do you know that in majority of states in America, 16 is the age of consent?
Let me blow your mind. In Spain, it's 14 years old.
Fuck Spain. You can go to Vegas.
What happens in Vegas?
16.
14 in Spain.
Brazil.
Yeah, but why go? I don't got them kind of travel miles. I don't go to Spain.
You got miles,
First of all,
motherfucker. It's just Wax got felonies. He can't travel outside the country, but you got miles.
There's no need to fuck a 14-year-old.
No, my point is, we've decided that 18 is what is morally acceptable.
Yeah.
But in our hearts, you know, like there's a whole genre of porn called barely legal. What that says to me is that people find young girls attractive.
Yeah.
Okay? And that it's not just some pedophile shit. It's across the board. People find maybe 18, 17, whatever. Matter of fact, when I was in college, there's always one or two girls that are 17, like they went to college a little early. And no guy in college was like, oh, that's gross. Can't fuck that girl. They were trying to fuck that girl like every other girl in college. So the fact that we're making this big deal like Tiger's gross for fucking 17.
No.
She's bad. Her lips aren't 17.
Exactly.
Her lips are 23.
R. Kelly was gross. R. Kelly was 30-something years old fucking a 15-year-old girl.
Gross.
That's gross. Marrying a fucking 15-year-old when you're 28, 29.
Wait,
like
how
R.
old
Kelly,
is Tiger? That's a good question.
He's 25, and he just turned 25.
Fucking a 17-year-old?
Exactly.
25? You just turned, you were just 17.
He turned 24 in November. Kylie will be 18 in August. This is my thing, right? When you look at America and you look at the age of consent, and the age of consent is mostly 16 in some places, 17 in others, and like 6 or 7 states is 18, LA being one of them.
In
Cali
a lot
being
of
one
states,
them.
it's 4 years. You could fuck within 4 years.
Really?
Like you could fuck a 16-year-old until you're 20.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know all this shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
I started Googling the stats yesterday after Tyga was like, what's the age of consent in New York?
Right.
And I looked and it was 17. I'm like, and I didn't, Tyga, I don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Like, yeah, this is my thing. I listened to him explain his story yesterday because I'm the type of person, I don't like making assumptions.
Yeah.
I'd rather just ask you.
Okay.
So if I ask you if you're fucking Kylie and you tell me no, I can't tell you that you're lying. I really can't. Even if I think you may be lying, I can't say to you, you're lying.
Now, do you think he's fucking Kylie?
Honestly, no. I think he's redshirting that pussy. And I've been saying that shit for the longest. I think he's redshirting the pussy till she turns 18.
Tell you, when she's 18, she's gonna have a Heisman Trophy season.
Dog, August
that
10th,
pussy is gonna have.
She turns 18 on August 10th. He's going to fuck the shit out of her,
and her DMs are going to explode.
Listen to me,
August 9th at 11:59, they're gonna be dudes holding their phones like this, waiting for the clock to.
Now, don't get me
turn.
wrong. I think that, yeah, he's hanging out with her. He's definitely sucked some titties, maybe. I don't even want to incriminate him on that end, but he's probably done some things to her, but I don't think he's fucked her yet.
Here's the thing. I totally understand him not fucking her because I think he benefits too much from being around her to fuck that up.
I'm first in line for the pussy.
Fuck first in line. Think
hope you
about
have
the
confidence in me like that.
what is it? The press he gets from it. Like nobody was talking about Tyga. I'll be honest. Like
He said some real shit in the
What'd
interview.
he say?
He said nobody cared about me until they realized that guy B is around the Kardashians. He's like, I've always been around them. He said, my baby mom used to be around them. We used to always kick it. Then when they realized, oh, he lives by them in Calabash. Oh, he's always with her. This and that. What's going on? He was like, TMZ makes it look like we got this shit going on. Do I think they fucking around? Yeah, but I don't know. I can't say for a fact they're fucking.
even if they're not fucking, he gets so much exposure from just being around her and being around a family. I personally think that like black dick is the life source for the Kardashian family. Like the Tesseract was for the Transformers or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, is that the Avengers?
But whatever it is, you know, like that is there. They need that, and that's why Kendall is so skinny.
Kendall fucking rappers too though.
Who's she fucking?
Word on the street, B. I don't want to say it though, but
Just say it.
No, I can't do that. But I heard she's
Just
fucking,
say
she's
it.
fucking a hardcore gangster street rapper, yo.
Not fucking Guap. What is his name again?
Gucci man?
Gucci.
Nah,
yeah.
no. It ain't that serious. But no, she's out there too.
Wait, who is she fucking?
I'm not saying.
Come on, bro. It's alleged.
No.
Let's drop this alleged shit.
I do that when he comes back to the show and I interview him and I bring it up then I'll bring it up to the public. I'm not gonna do that. I don't that's not how I operate.
Can you give me 4 people and then I guess?
Yeah.
All right, go.
Oh no, you give me 4 people. I'm not giving you 4 people.
Oh, but if I get it right, you'll tell me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be fun. Let's see how many hardcore rappers I know. Let's see, like real hardcore rapper.
It depends what you call hardcore.
Like
he's more street than most everything that's out.
Street.
Yeah.
All right, Macklemore.
Get the fuck out of here. First of all, he's white. Kardashians Jenners don't do white dick.
What was I thinking?
Okay,
yeah.
white dick.
The black guy that sung the background for that Macklemore song.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nothing hardcore about him.
Okay. YG. Wow! On the second fucking try.
I'm not confirming nor denying.
But your silence is like when you ask a girl if she's had sex with more than 10 people.
Hey man,
You know what I mean? She just goes
confirming nor
whatever.
denying. I'm just telling you, I'm not confirming
Really?
nor denying.
YG? That's crazy. You know, I don't know what YG looks like.
All I'm saying is the streets talk.
Apparently.
Okay, so she's getting dick.
Damn.
Somebody's fucking her.
Damn.
But she's of age though.
Yeah, she's 19.
And this is my thing too. Who says 17 is not of age?
That's what I'm saying.
Russell Simmons was 35.
When what?
He got with Kimora Lee Simmons. He met her when she was 17. Married her 6 years later. You think Russell wasn't fucking her at 17 when he met her at that New York Fashion Week show?
Absolutely fucking.
Balls deep in that good Korean pussy.
Is she Korean?
Hold on.
Half.
She's half Korean, half what else?
African American.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's black?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
All right.
35-17.
Wait, what were you saying, Chris?
I was just gonna say while you guys have been talking, I did some research.
Yeah.
Everything you said about there being a 4 year, as long as you're within 4 years, seems to be completely incorrect. So
Yeah.
don't listen to what Andrew said about that.
This
You
is the
will
Brilliant
get in
Idiots
trouble.
podcast.
Yeah.
No need for fact
First of all,
checking.
where did you read that?
We haven't gotten this far by fact checking. We
Wikipedia.
won't
There's
start
no.
fact
I just
checking.
checked.
Checking now.
Where did you read that, Chris? Because I got a buddy who was fucking young girls and I'm not gonna say his name, but I grew up with this guy. He was fucking young girls, and he had literally the rules in his wallet. He had downloaded and printed out the New York State rules for fucking girls, and he was 20. He fucked a 16-year-old, and he's like, "It's okay. You're allowed to do it within 4 years."
I mean, I'd say
He's
that guy
not
has
locked
some
up.
other issues going on, but in terms of what Wikipedia says,
Yeah.
currently state laws set the age of consent at 16, 17, or 18.
That is
the most
ridiculous.
common age is 16. But there's nothing about, well, as long as you're within 4 years, you're all right. That's
Well,
not the
in
case.
New York, I think you could fuck within 4 years.
I will point out that in Delaware, up until 1880, the age of consent was 7. If you just want to see
Oh my
how-
God! Now you're
Up until
come the fuck
1880?
up.
Believe
Oh my
that.
God.
No, 1880.
All this lets me know is our forefathers was some young girl
7
fuckers.
years old?
Our forefathers
crazy
was
is that?
fucking the shit out some little girls, dog.
Holy shit.
Our
bro.
forefathers who created these laws and these rules, old white men,
Yeah.
were fucking the shit out of young girls. That's all this is letting me know.
Yeah, and then they stopped, and then old black men like R. Kelly continued.
No, R. Kelly took it to a whole nother level. You know why? Because white men was like, y'all still fucking young girls. We out there fucking little boys, dog.
We changed the game up.
Changing the game,
Tighter holes.
Little boys. Jerry said, Jerry, what you doing up there at Penn State?
Yeah,
Right?
Paige. Paige is here, by the way. Paige knows.
That's another good example. Somebody was like, what does a 25-year-old man have to be around a 17-year-old girl for? I don't see anything wrong with that. Paige is the perfect example. I've been knowing Paige since she's been 19. I think I met Paige when I was 32. She's always with me. What's the problem?
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no problem here.
What's the problem?
Well,
Exactly.
hey, you got to go on the mic if you're going to talk, Paige.
Paige, come on.
Paige, go on the mic.
That's a good statement.
You made a good, you made a
I
good.
said, people. You're also not trying to fuck me. You're talking about people who are trying to fuck 17-year-olds. You were just my mentor. So it's different.
Yeah, but I'm saying Tyga could be Kylie's mentor. We don't know.
Yeah, he could be a sexual mentor of sorts. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's got that good 25-year-old dick. and
Listen,
she
all I'm
knows
saying
about
is
it.
we don't know.
Yeah.
And guess what? Even if we do know, I don't see nothing wrong.
Hold on,
with
you never tried to fuck Paige? Can you go back on the mic for a second, Paige? Hold on, you never tried to fuck Paige. On some level, were you offended by that, Paige? No part of you was like, is there something wrong with me? Or like,
No, because we met. I interviewed him. Like, it wasn't like I met him out at a club and I
yeah,
was
but
like,
this is how he operates. He takes a girl to the fucking banana store and like he does like friendship
Paige
with them.
babysits my daughter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, like
Oh, you got too close to the family. That's the thing. Let me tell you something.
I would never try and he never tried.
You know what? Is you speak English too well. If you had a Puerto Rican accent and you spoke really slow and long, forget it.
my thing
You
is,
would have been gotten fucked.
my thing is whether Tyga's fucking her or not. If he is he wrong?
No.
If the common age of consent in America
No.
is 16,
No.
he's 25, just turned 25. She'll be 18 in August. Is he wrong?
When Aaliyah was out, when Britney Spears were out, they were underage, quote unquote underage, but dudes were out there fucking yanking their dicks to them. You think that nobody fucked Britney Spears when she was 16? Get
Listen,
the fuck
man,
out of here.
is it the age or the age difference?
I think it's the age and age difference. I think it depends.
If it's the age difference, we're hypocrites because Diddy's 45.
Yeah.
Cassie's what, 27, 28, 29.
Yeah.
Beyonce's 33, Jay-Z's 45. Like, it's major age gaps.
Remember
when Wilmer Valderrama and Lindsay Lohan used to fucking date? She was like 17. He was in his 20s.
Mm-hmm.
He was dicking that down.
Big time.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Stop it, man. Tyga ain't doing nothing wrong, man.
All right, fine.
There's no way you're going to sit there and tell me that you've been 24, 23, 24 and ain't never fucked a 17-year-old, man.
I never fucked a 17-year-old at 23, 24. I'm trying to think. The last time I fucked a 17-year-old, I think I was 17. But then again, when I was 19, a 30-year-old girl sucked my dick.
When I was 8, a 20-something-year-old girl sucked my dick.
But you were raped.
I mean, call it what you want. However you feel like you need to spin it.
I don't know if you can take that to court and defending. When I was 8, my relative sucked my dick.
Hey, man,
Tyga can't get this pussy.
Did she bother me? No. Hey, judge, let her cut her a break. It was cool. You know what I mean? I mean, if you think she should go to jail, fine.
But I don't think that she
Personally,
should.
I thought the hair was pretty good for 8 years old. Okay? Personally.
All right. What else? What else been happening?
Your man Drake dropped the mixtape album for Sarah.
Let me just say some things about this.
No,
this is important. We need to talk about. We need to talk about, and maybe we need to fix the lighting on these videos that we put out for this podcast. But I'm cuter than you guys give me credit for. Okay, because I looked at all these fucking YouTube comments and I was telling you about this. This one that all these go, oh my God, how did Schulz do it? Schulz, what is going on? What? One guy wrote, Schulz, you're an inspiration. You know how ugly you got to be an inspiration?
Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls level ugly. Inspirations are like the autistic kid that shoots threes in a game and actually makes it.
Yeah, you make me feel like I can do anything.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not that ugly that I make you feel like you could do anything, you piece of shit. Okay? I'm a successful man. I'm on television. I'm 6'2". I got great hair. I can get these girls. Fuck you for not coming on my side on this shit.
Man, listen, we say it all the time.
God damn.
You don't have to be Ryan Gosling, Channing Tatum to get a bad chick.
What makes you think I'm not as good looking as those motherfuckers? That's what bothers me. My whole life, I'm thinking I'm good looking. I start doing this podcast. Now I'm looking in the mirror. My fucking nose like it's growing. I'm looking at my girlfriend way hotter than me. People are just outright offensive about it.
Hey, man, I told you, who gives a shit? I text you that back. Who gives a shit? You got her at the end of the day.
Yo, you're absolutely right.
But
yeah,
you got to keep her.
I know I got to keep this motherfucker. Be dropping mixtapes like crazy, referencing Starbucks and all this shit.
This happened before.
What is that?
Squad.
What's that?
Remember who we used to tell?
Fuck you, you stupid.
Remember who we used to tell
Chris, lock it down, Chris.
Chris,
lock it down,
Chris. Carly's cool, but you better keep it. I used to tell Chris, I said, I don't feel that way about Sarah, but I used to always tell Chris, Carly's going to leave you, dog.
Nah, my girl's good, man. I got a good ass girl. And they had their issues. Look, everybody's relationship is different. We don't know their things, but I honestly don't worry about that with mine. If
girl. Sarah was not out of town,
I should put this out there that for All-Star Weekend, I locked her in our closet with a gallon of water.
If she wasn't out of town with you this weekend for Valentine's, and she was back here in New York, and then Drake dropped a mixtape. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah,
how would you have felt?
I would have walked off stage on my show. I would have walked off stage 5 minutes into my set, and I would have taken I would have Ubered it. I would have Ubered it back to New York.
But it's too late.
Say what?
It's too late.
No, it's not too late, because I'll find. What?
I fucked. He fucked.
No, he didn't
Too
fuck.
late.
He didn't fuck. And he didn't fuck. That didn't happen. We're not even going to put that out into the world. That's not even going out into the fucking world, okay? What happens is I'm going to go back to the house. She's going to be sitting in the house. I'm going to check under the beds and everything to see if Drake is hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to check every single place. In the oatmeal. I'm going to see if he's tried to camouflage himself into the oatmeal. And when he's not there, I'm going to be totally fine. I'm going to stay with her throughout the weekend. We're going to watch movies.
Say what? Album?
Did I hear it? Absolutely not. To me, it never happened.
Yeah, it's not that good. It's cool.
Huh?
It's cool, but it's not as crazy as everybody's making it out to be, man.
Yeah.
We live in a real,
Drake and Trey Songz were in the city this weekend at the same time, right?
I don't think Trey was here.
He was there doing a show with Chris Brown at the Barclays.
No, that was yesterday.
This weekend. I'm saying this weekend.
All-Star Weekend? Oh, this weekend coming.
No, this past weekend.
No, the Barclays show was
yesterday, yeah. Or on Sunday or whatever.
No, it was Monday.
Regardless of when it was, they were both in the city around the same time. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, Trey, listen.
All I'm saying is that I lost a lot of arguments with my girlfriend this weekend, and I let her win. I let her take the victory.
Let me tell you something about Trey and Drake.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why you never have to worry about Trey.
Yeah.
Trey's fucked everything in New York.
Yeah.
In New Jersey. Trey's fucked every girl in America.
Okay.
Including yours.
No.
Trey's,
Has he fucked yours?
Probably. Trey's
Really?
on.
He
Trey
hasn't fucked mine.
Trey is in other countries now. Trey has passport penis.
No.
Yes, he's trying to get his. That's what he's doing right now.
Well, he needs that, and but he just needs to avoid Canada.
He ran through Canada.
No.
That's where
Honestly,
he discovered Drake. You
I'm
think he
a
wasn't
big
going
John-
to Canada fucking everything?
That's where what?
That's where he discovered Drake.
Wait, Trey Songz discovered
Well, no.
Drake?
Jazz Prince actually discovered Drake.
Okay.
But Trey was the first person to take Drake and actually like say, yo, this guy's dope.
You know what?
I mean? Did records with him and everything.
I thought of something. You know how back in the day, there was that tragic plane accident with the Big Bopper and like all the famous rock musicians?
Yeah.
I think we need to put them on a Malaysian air flight.
Shut the fuck up.
And I think we just need to send it anywhere. I don't care. Send it to the Ukraine. I
You're
don't
not saying
fucking
you
care
want them
where
to
we
die.
fly.
You just
Say
want them
what?
you don't want them to die. You just want them to disappear.
I want them to die.
Shut the fuck up, Schulz.
Wait, that's wrong for me to wish?
Duh.
Well, I don't want them to die.
The fuck are you talking about?
I only want them to die if they
Christ.
want to fuck my girl. If you don't want to fuck my girl, then you can live. Be happy. I don't care.
Yo, man, you know what's a unspoken? I don't know if it's
Why am I an asshole for saying that? Like, people have killed. Do you know how many Puerto Ricans in the Bronx have killed people just for saying hello to their fucking wives? And I'm the asshole for wishing death upon someone who wants to fuck my girl?
Allegedly, 2 people have killed themselves because Trey was fucking.
Because Trey, I know.
It was the rapper. I can't remember his name. And it was the football player, Javon Belcher.
No, it was the boxer. Belcher did it, and then the boxer.
No, it wasn't a boxer. It was a rapper. He
Floyd
Floyd's
Mayweather's
friend.
buddy. Yeah.
Both murder suicides. Killed their girlfriend.
But that's weird. I wouldn't do that. If you fuck, I'll be honest with, and I'm being dead serious with you when I say this. I think I'm a fucking blessing for any girl that has it. And I think that's why I'm never shocked when I've gotten girls that are more attractive than me, because literally in my head, now my girl's amazing. I'm lucky to have her, but in my head, like I'm a catch. Like you lucky to have me. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that if my girl leaves me for anybody, which I literally don't think that she would do, but if she does that, then you lost, yo. I treat you well.
You know what's crazy though? Like
Nobody's gonna treat you better than I treat you.
I thought you was about to say, yo, I'd go fuck one of Trey's girls. I was like, yo,
For what?
Who got that kind of time?
I'm not chasing no fucking girl.
Nobody got time. Who got time?
Yeah, I'm not worried about
First
that.
of all, you can't fuck all the girls Trey has fucked. So you don't know who his heart is.
Yeah, you can't fuck
You
his
know what I'm
girls.
saying?
You gotta fuck his mom. You gotta go Delonte West. Please believe if somebody tries to fuck my girl, I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Please believe if Trey,
That's gonna happen.
please
I will
believe
fuck
if
an old
Trey-
lady.
If Trey hears this and never sees you, he's going to fight you.
Please believe I will beat him up because I've met him before. And
don't know if
two,
you can take
actually,
Trey.
he's kind of diesel
That's
now.
what I don't know if you can
Trey
take
kind of diesel now. Maybe like early 2000 Trey.
And Trey's a fighter.
Yo, Trey's diesel. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, and
he
Trey
was at the
swabs.
spring break shit. He was at the spring break shit, and I saw him, and he was like,
He's built like a
fucking
wide
cut up.
receiver.
He motherfucker is built like a wide.
And he squabs. Trey's been fighting since day one.
A
Trey
dude-
used to be the guy who would jump off stage and fight fans.
Really
It's on YouTube. Trey was-
hilarious.
when
Okay,
he had
this adds a
cornrows-
whole new dynamic to the fucking situation.
When Trey had cornrows,
Jesus Christ.
it was a whole different ball.
Now, that
game.
can't be good. You can't fuck guys, girls, and you can fight. That's not fair. It's one or the other.
Some guys got it together,
Well, I guess he does.
and he
but-
can sing.
True. Okay, let's not stop bigging him up. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? You know what I'm gonna do? I gotta find the guy that fucking your girl cheated on you with, and I gotta start bringing him up all the time. See what he's doing, working at fucking Staples or
Exactly.
some shit.
He's not doing nothing with
Where
it.
is he? He's working at Staples.
I really don't know.
Let me tell you something. Ink is expensive. You know, Jessica might need some ink. You know what I mean? Print out that fucking.
But you bring up a good point.
Yo, what if? Sorry to interrupt. Did you ask for a prenup?
No.
That'd be funny if you did ask for a prenup, and then Jessica was like, I have the perfect place to print that prenup out.
The reason I don't believe in prenups because when you've been with somebody as long as I've been with them, if we don't work out in the future, you deserve it.
Dude,
You deserve.
Finally-
take half, man. Go.
yo, I honestly
You
believe in this
deserve
shit
it.
because she's with you. Here's the thing: if you were with me for the come up, you played a vital role.
Vital role.
And nobody agrees with me with this. I'm glad that you fucking agree. Like, she was with you from day one when you had nothing.
Absolutely.
So my girl's with me from day one when I had nothing. So you provided something, a lifestyle for me, an emotional stability for me to
Pussy.
get fucking pussy for me to get. But I could get the pussy in other places.
Maybe not.
I could.
When you broken on the come up,
I got her.
a lot of guys, but I'm saying a lot of dudes don't have the confidence to be like,
Nah, man.
let me
I
leave
would
it alone.
listen.
Like,
I would never. Man,
it takes a lot of time and effort.
It takes
and
more
money
time.
that people don't have to go get other pussy.
It takes more time, but I'm telling you, I never that was never an issue in terms of like
It never was for me.
because
either.
girls like to come up. You just got to convince them that you have something going on.
But not only that, you want somebody like the times when you just
You're
going
a-
through something and you just sitting there talking to her. You know what I'm saying?
You always get into these emotional like I pitch them on like it's a stock, like Wolf of Wall Street. Like, I'm like, yo, this shit is on the rise. You want to get in now before it's too good for you to get in. It's about to be too expensive. You're on some shit like you get them invested emotionally. Like,
yeah, my shit is more like a pyramid scheme. Like,
you're fucking, what's his name? Ponzi? Not Ponzi. What's the guy's name?
Bernie Madoff.
You're Madoff.
Yeah, like, I need you to believe in this and believe in me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, are you sure we can do this? We can do this, right?
I might be.
No, we can do this.
We can do this together.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You start saying we right when you met her.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's but yeah, she deserves half. Like, I can't see it no other way. The only way she don't deserve half is when it's some chick that
just came on while you already
were
winning.
on.
Exactly.
Fuck
They
you.
deserve absolutely nothing. They deserve
Nothing.
everything they came in for. But
Nothing.
if she's with you from the beginning and you climb together, then fuck, man.
The starter wife deserves half.
Give her. And you know what? There's guys out there that are cool with that. I know dudes that'll just be like, and you've seen some of these big divorce settlements where you're like, fuck it, give her what she deserves.
You think Michael Jordan was tripping when he had to give Juanita half a billy?
Yeesh, that's half a bill. You know what? I'm talking from somebody who doesn't have a net worth that's big. So like, when you're getting half, you're really just getting like a nice Honda.
Jordan wasn't tripping. You wonder why Jordans kept coming out in so many different colors lately. Jordan like, man, fuck that.
I need to make this money back.
I gave my ex-wife. If you notice, they started reissuing a lot more shit after the divorce. There was a lot of different colorways in Jordans after that goddamn
What
divorce.
they need to do is issue the Juanita. It's just an all black one.
She owns a team too.
No, she does not.
She does. She owns part of the Chicago.
Oh, the girls
Sky.
team.
Yeah. She it's her and Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. They own part of that fucking team.
Yeah, I would buying a WNBA franchise could be the worst investment in the entire world.
Are the best because that shit might cost $100. A WNBA team might be the cost of a house in Detroit.
Yeah, but then it's gonna make you what a house in Detroit will make you.
It make you $500 back. You good?
You're gonna invest $100 to make $500 fucking dollars. Actually, that's a good investment. I don't think it will make $500. I would rather invest in. Let me.
And the
think
players
of
don't get
other
paid
things.
shit in the WNBA.
I know they get paid like teacher salaries. Just go teach and then come play basketball on the fucking weekends. Why are we making this a real league? That's sexism. That's sexism right there. People never talk about this sexism.
What is it?
Forced equality.
I don't think basketball is forced equality.
Nobody goes to the games. The teams lose money. The only reason they're there is because there need to. If you prove to me that these teams made money,
You gotta be making money,
bruh.
They've been around over a decade.
Doing jack shit.
It's
Have you been to the
I mean,
stands?
listen,
have you been to the? They gotta paint the seats the same color as the fucking outfits the girls wear.
I mean,
so they don't look
I
empty.
know they're not sold out like NBA games, but some people go to the games and they gotta have network deals because they come on television.
And that's my point. Is they have these network deals. Nobody watches the show. Girls don't watch the WNBA. What girl do you
somebody
know?
watches it.
Have you ever heard a girl say, "Yo, I'm sorry, I can't hang out tonight. I gotta go watch the Liberty play the fucking Fire."
No, but I've heard. I mean, not to that extreme, but I've heard girls say, "I'm going to watch the game tonight." Absolutely.
You're telling me you've heard a girl tell you, "I'm going to watch the game," and it was a
she don't count, though.
WNBA
She
game.
don't count though because she used to play ball. Like Marty, you know Marty. Marty
Yes.
that works for him. She used to play ball.
You know who says that? The girls that are playing in that game. Those are the only people that are watching that game. The only people watching the WNBA game.
And I feel like they got more popular over the past few years because I find myself watching if Skylar Diggins is playing.
So that's
If
a great
Brittany
point.
Griner's playing, I find myself watching.
And this is fucked up, and it's fucked up, but it's absolutely true. We don't care about women in sports unless they're attractive. And that's
Brittany Griner is not attractive.
But here's the thing.
She can dunk.
No, listen, but nobody cares about her. Nobody
do.
watches. I'm gonna watch Brittany Griner barely grab the rim.
You
Get
keep
the
saying
fuck
that she
outta
two
here.
hands
Get
and
the-
swings.
2 hands and swings what?
On the rim.
2 hands and swings what?
Brittany Griner is 6
Get the fuck out of here. Her
10.
arms stretched like Fantastic Four, and she barely dunks.
No,
The
Brittany
fuck outta
Griner
here.
dunks, dog.
Listen, female basketball, maybe Chris can get up some statistics, but nobody gives a fuck about. Okay? Tennis, right? When there's some bad bitches, all of a sudden we're watching.
No.
Volleyball,
No.
they got to
No,
put
no,
these
no,
girls
no,
in
no,
thongs
no,
and fucking bras just to get us to give a fuck about the
tennis
sport.
is always popping.
Because the girls are hot.
No. Before tennis, it was those tennis players were the original Eggplant Friday guys. John
Females, I'm
McEnroe,
talking about females.
But no, the tennis guys what made it popular. Arthur Ashe in those little shorts with that eggplant. Fucking John McEnroe. All them motherfuckers like that. Andre Agassi, the
Yeah.
original. He was a sex symbol.
But
I didn't even know female
that's not
tennis.
my point.
I didn't even start noticing female tennis players until fucking Serena and Venus.
That's not true. Anna Kournikova
I never paid her
dated
attention.
fucking Enrique Iglesias.
She's the one with the glasses?
That's the bad bitch that was in Sports Illustrated all the fucking time. Hot ass chick.
I don't remember her.
Anyway, there's been a series of hot chicks that play tennis, and play volleyball.
Not a series. Who's the series in tennis?
Anna Kournikova.
Okay.
Right? The other, Sabrina Navratilova. What's the blonde chick from Russia? Sharapova.
Okay.
The Sharapova chick. The Williams sister, Serena, at least, is considered
Body-wise.
bad. Body-wise, considered bad. Maybe not Venus. Then you have the chick who's in Sports Illustrated this year. What's her name? The Danish chick. I don't remember all their names. A lot of K's and fucking O's and V's and shit. But the point is, I could name 3 female tennis players. Can you name 1 female softball player?
Yeah, Mona. What's Mona's last name?
She plays baseball.
Mona plays baseball?
Yeah, Monet Davis plays baseball.
Fucking
Exactly. That's my point.
I don't even think it's about sexiness. I think it's about excitement.
What?
If you're
Skylar
good-
Diggins, you like her because she's exciting or because she's bad?
No, Skylar could ball, man, in
But
college.
let me tell you, if she looked like a fucking ogre, would you
but
care if she could ball in
'Cause you know
college?
why? Because I used to, even when the WNBA first started, I used to watch Rebecca Lobo. I'd watch Lisa Leslie because they was like, yo, these girls are balling.
Let me tell you something.
So if there's some excitement around it, you're gonna watch.
Listen, you were one of these people who tells the truth a lot, and I respect that. You just told a blatant lie to me right now. You're telling me you sat down and watched WNBA.
Yes.
When was this? Who was paying you? Was Remy Martin?
Yeah,
Was that
if
part of the
if I'm
sponsorship?
at the crib,
that you have to fucking.
listen, I'm not anticipating.
There better
the
been
game.
an alcohol sponsorship because
No,
I would
no.
need to be drunk to watch WNBA
I'm not
games.
anticipating the game, but if I'm at the crib and I see the Phoenix whoever who Brittany plays,
You can't even name them.
I can't. But I know she. But if I see her, I'm gonna watch the game. I'll watch some of it. If I know Skylar's playing, I'm gonna watch some of it. Just because I want to see what's going on.
Have you ever noticed that the female basketball team names are just like a softer version of the male?
Nah,
Like the Chicago Bulls, and it's like the Wind.
No, actually, no. That's a good example. They make more
Phoenix
sense.
Suns,
No.
the Light Rays.
But it makes more sense. Like New York, Liberty. What's their mascot? Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Knick, dog?
Say what?
What is a Knick?
A Knickerbocker.
What is that?
That's a candy bar that was used to raise money for the Knicks back in the day.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, back
okay,
in
that
the
makes
day.
sense. So it's synonymous with New York.
It's not true.
Say what?
That's not true.
That's not what a Knickerbocker is.
A Knickerbocker was.
This
It was
motherfucker here just
no,
be
no,
hitting
no, no.
And I be falling for this shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know if this shit is true or not.
This shit is
it
really.
sounded great.
This shit is really
Like,
the
really?
blind leading the blind. Like that's what we are. Charlamagne and
I
are two
just
blind
jumped in
people.
because that's blatantly untrue. I mean, it has nothing.
Yo, let me be honest with you. Let
Okay.
me talk about this.
All right.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
a Knickerbocker, right, was a candy bar used to lure underage girls into vans to
So
fuck
what was
them.
the Knick? What
This
is the Knickerbocker? It's Chris.
Yeah, what was a Knickerbocker?
The first great American novel, which was like in the 1820s, the lead character's last name was Knickerbocker. Knickerbocker was like a common Dutch name. New York City used to have a large Dutch population. They were the first Westerners who settled it. And Knickerbocker became a term because of that character that became synonymous with the Dutch population in New York City. And since they had money, then it became synonymous with the moneyed class, the wealthy class in New York City. And then over time, it became like Knickerbocker was just a term for New York.
I like the candy bar one better. It's easy
Candy
to explain.
bar sounds better, right?
It's easy to explain.
I'm looking that shit up right now.
That's
yo.
a
I
good
think
one.
I'm
I mean,
still
what Chris
right.
said is great, but I had to remember all that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
The candy bar shit is easy.
That's
like,
not gonna get you
it's
any
the name of
pussy.
The candy bar. Remember
Yeah,
back in the
exactly.
Day, back in the day, they used to sell mad candy in New York called Knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers
you know
to raise money for the fucking Knicks.
It makes perfect
Yo,
sense.
somebody look that up because I think I'm right. You raise money for the Knicks, and honestly, if I played for the New York Knicks, that'd be my line for the cheerleaders. Yo, come here and get this Knickerbocker bar.
Want this Knickerbocker? Oh, you want this Knickerbocker?
Yo, I think that I'm absolutely right. In the 70s, food of the 70s. Or some shit. Knickerbocker Glory, milk chocolates. Look, what do the Dutch make? Chocolate. No, that's a Swiss. Anyway, what is it, Chris?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah!
No, I'm right.
Yeah, read that
have to
shit,
do-
Chris! Let me see it!
do you guys really want to hear this?
Yeah,
Knickerbocker.
we want to hear this shit. Chauncey!
Knickerbocker is a surname that dates back to the early settlers of New Netherlands and was popularized by Washington Irving in the 1809 when he published his A History of New York under the pseudonym Diedrich Knickerbocker. It was also a term for Manhattan's aristocracy in the early days and became a
making it
general
up, Wax?
term what?
You making this shit up? Wax saying you making this shit up, man.
I mean,
Where's
look,
the candy
so you
I'll
bar?
gotta-
save everybody a lot of
both of
time.
y'all
Go to Wikipedia, type in Knickerbocker.
But
You
but
don't-
you're
you-
telling me at no point in time did they sell Knickerbocker chocolate bars to raise money for the Knicks. That's where those kids on the subway get it from when they walk around like raising money for our basketball team. There's a long history of selling candy on the subway to raise money for the basketball team. Paige got it up. Look at you with your biased websites. Paige, let me get that shit.
Yeah, it says there was a.
Paige, let me see it. Oh, look, I don't like your enthusiasm. Before you're, the Dutch, you got an accent when you're talking about the Dutch person coming from the different country, and the Knicks is the elite in America. And then my point is that you just drab and fucking.
So who's right?
Paige, let me get it. Let me read it. Paige, can I have the phone, please, Paige?
Oh, hold on. We have to do a sponsorship. Okay, this portion of the show is brought to you by Knickerbocker Candy Bars. New York's first piece of chocolate. Okay?
Listen.
All right, now, we told you about Bevel early on in the show, right?
That's fucked up.
Okay.
Selling New York chocolate while people in the South were selling chocolate.
Actually, Charleston Chews were big in Charleston.
Really?
Charleston Chews is a candy bar.
And where does that come from? Oh, that's the taffy. I've had that.
I don't know if it's taffy. I think it's chocolate. Who the fuck knows? But anyway, like we told y'all, we had to press Tristan Walker because he's giving all these other podcasts money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With Bevel. He's spreading his Bevel love around a little too much.
Yeah.
Starting to become the Kardashian of podcast endorsements.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? Slow down.
Yeah.
It's time for you to get married. And let's have a little north, Tristan.
Exactly.
Okay? So we told Tristan that he needs to make a commitment to us. Right? And you got to do something a little extra special for the brilliant idiots and our team of brilliant idiots out there. So I've been telling y'all about my dermatologist, Dr. Natasha Sandy, and she's been telling me that Bevel is the best saving system out there, period, especially for men with coarse and curly hair. So what Tristan decided to do for us was offer the first month of membership to Brilliant Idiot fans for free. We told y'all earlier, the first 150 people to go to getbevel.com and use the code FREEIDIOTS from today through Monday gets the first month of Bevel free. Okay, so that means when it comes to your first razor kit, it's on us. Okay?
We're giving you free stuff here. Do you understand what's happening? Just go to the fucking website, type in the shit, and get your free stuff. Yeah, it's that simple. I don't understand. Like, I'm not going to sell you on this. It's free. You can't sell free. Yeah. Just go take the stuff from Tristan because he feels, I think, he feels bad maybe that he's been cheating on us a little bit.
He should.
It's a guilt gift.
You should, Tristan. Now you want forgiveness, Tristan.
Yeah, well, here you go. We're making him say sorry to you guys.
So don't be an idiot, all right? But if you're going to be an idiot, be a brilliant idiot. And go to getbevel.com, type in free idiots before it's too late, okay? Of course, some of you are going to be idiots and going to forget to do it on time. We've anticipated that, so don't worry. You can still use code IDIOTS for 20% off your first month. It's not quite as good as free, but it's not bad either. So if you've been sitting on the fence saying to yourself, I really do need to step up my game, and you've been looking at how smooth my face looks, and you want to get some Bevel to help improve your skin condition, now's the time to make your move. Stop using those cheap razors that weren't designed for your skin. Get Bevel and make your dermatologist or whoever's looking after your skin, whoever's looking on your face, make them happy, okay?
That was beautiful.
Let's set up what's going to happen next.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Okay, so listen.
This is this is a big, I would say this is a big Brilliant Idiots episode for a couple of reasons. One, we have a very interesting guest.
Yes.
But two, Charlamagne, we get to reveal your location a few months back when you were at a secret destination that you could not tell the viewers about. I think we can tell them where you were.
I was in Milwaukee.
Okay. One person guessed this, by the way. One person hit me up on Twitter and they're like, I know why Charlamagne was in Milwaukee.
Was this before the Catfish promo started?
Nah, son, when the Catfish promo came out.
Okay.
But he just didn't randomly go, I could hear the sounds in the background. I have a fine-tuned ear.
So yeah, I was in Milwaukee filming for Catfish.
So you were on Max.
Yeah, Max is shooting a movie with Zac Efron.
Yeah.
So I think for the first 5 episodes of Catfish this season, he's not on it.
So they have guest hosts.
They got guest hosts. And
so Neve asked you to go with him.
And I'm on the first episode, the premiere episode. It airs February 25th, 10 p.m. on MTV.
Got him.
And I mean, it was, first of all, I like Milwaukee.
Let people know also that the premiere episode is not decided until after the season is filmed.
Oh, yeah. They film all the episodes and they edit them and they want to start off with a bang.
And they want the hot shit. So they went with the kid.
Listen, I'm going to tell you some real shit, though. I didn't realize how real Catfish was.
Okay.
Like,
what do you mean?
Because we do television.
Yeah. So you assume everything is phony.
Yes, we've done reality shows. Like, listen, I've done reality shows. Lala, that's my homegirl, love her to death. But I mean, there's certain things that are kind of set up, not set up like it's fake, but
you go, hey, you guys are gonna have dinner at this location.
There you go. Yeah. None of that with Catfish. Catfish.
Yeah.
None of, like, literally none of that. Like, no haircut. Like, I'm very
What do you mean?
very
Like, no
worried.
makeup
like
on
I didn't
it?
get a barbershop for like 2 days, so I'm very worried about how my hairline.
You're saying they
look
don't
on
have
TV.
a nice barber in Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Nah,
for
my
you?
dude Reggie, who works at V100 in Milwaukee, he put me on to somebody good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we're on the radio out there. That was actually the first market to syndicate the Breakfast Club, V100.7 in Milwaukee. So we've been out there before. What's so crazy is I was out there 6 weeks prior to doing Catfish. It was a girl I met in the club who had my face on a t-shirt, a t-shirt she went and got made. She's the girl
that's
on Catfish.
Yo, shit happens for weird reasons.
It's so
man.
weird. It's gonna look so fake.
But it's not fake. You didn't know this girl, nothing.
No, I mean I met her in the club 6 weeks
But I'm saying
prior.
you didn't know that she was going to be the one that was filmed.
No,
There was
like
nothing.
like literally, me and Neve was sitting at the computer. Neve's like, and he's showing me like the girl, but it's like one of those small pictures. So I'm not really, I'm looking, but I can't really tell. And then she pops up on the Skype, and she's like, "Oh shit, Charlamagne." And I'm like, "Yo."
Was she still wearing the shirt?
No.
That's the only shirt she has.
Her name's Miracle. I couldn't remember her name at the time, but I'm like, "Oh shit, yo, what's up?" And she was like, he was like, "Yo," he was like, "You know Miracle?" "Yeah, I know Miracle." And then I showed him the picture on my Instagram because I posted a picture of her on my Instagram because she had my fucking face on her shirt. It's weird how God works, man. It's just crazy how the universe works. But yeah, this Wednesday, February 25th.
So
10 p.m. MTV.
Make sure everybody watches that. Now, today we have an episode where we have an interview with Neve, but we recorded this actually a few weeks ago.
Yes.
I was away in Ferguson. I was in St. Louis, but now
you don't get no point for saying St.
That's
Louis.
all I'm gonna say. I was in
Ferguson.
Ferguson helping out with the cause.
You don't even got to say that.
I was just in Ferguson.
I was in Ferguson.
What do you think I was doing?
Exactly. Everybody makes their own conclusion.
Exactly. I was in Ferguson. That's what I was doing.
Schulz was really out there for no other reason other than to help the cause.
Yeah, I'm just out there to help the cause.
And by the cause, he means
bringing laughter. to
Darren
the
Wilson's
community.
defense fund.
Will you shut the fuck up? Would you shut the fuck up?
Justice for Darren Wilson is what Schulz was trying to achieve.
That's what I would rather invest in than a WNBA franchise. If Darren Wilson opened a shooting range, I would invest in that before I invested in a WNBA franchise.
Listen, that would be the most fucked up shit ever if Darren Wilson opened up a shooting range.
Motherfucker,
and then he tried to make it some fun shit like Chuck E. Cheese. Like some shit you fucking. That would be so fucked up, yo. I can see some dumb shit like that happening in America, yo.
We shouldn't have said it.
When
Because
I
now
saw-
it's gonna be a meme. Absolutely, it's gonna be a meme.
When I saw George Zimmerman, they were trying to put him in a celebrity wrestling match. I knew America had went to shit.
Oh, that's horrible.
I'm like, how is he a fucking celebrity?
No.
How?
Well, nobody in those fights are celebrities anymore. But the fact that
Yeah,
it's a
but come on,
wrestling match,
Zimmerman,
a wrestling match,
a
bro.
celebrity boxing. I forgot what the fuck it was, but come on, man.
It was boxing. I don't know. Anyway, that's horrible. Okay, so back to this. So Neve is on the show. We interview him. You're local with Neve.
Yeah,
I'm
in New
away.
York.
If the audio sounds a little bit different, and we just get to the bottom of it, man. We get to the bottom of it. I don't know what else to set up.
Okay, so enjoy. We got to introduce our guest this week. This is a very, very special guest. Okay, this is our guy. Now, remember when I was out of town about when was this? Maybe 4 or 5, 6 months ago.
Yeah, the last time we did this over the phone.
Yeah, last time we did this over the phone, I was in Milwaukee, and I couldn't say why I was in Milwaukee, but the cat is out of the bag, or let's say the catfish is out of the bag. Yeah, I was filming an episode of the show that has changed the culture, the online culture. Motherfuckers can't even fuck a fat chick in peace no more, you know, because of this show. And we got the architect of the show here right now, Neve.
Yeah,
Neve here.
Me and Neve are live in New York. Schulz is
right.
wherever the fuck he is in St. Louis.
I'm not going to say the name, but Neve has maybe one of the greatest fake, what do you call it, monikers? What would you call it, Neve?
Nom de plume, I guess, maybe.
Okay, yeah, nom de plume. Well, that would be like a writing name, right?
Avatars? I don't know.
Anyway, the name for his Skype is pretty hilarious, and I want to tell you, but I can't tell you.
Why can't he say it? That's a secret?
Well, it's not that it's a secret. It's
hit him.
I use it because I don't want to get requests on Skype for people to like talk to me.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of a funny made up name. I use it on a couple other things like Uber and whatnot. So
Do you use that to check in the hotels and stuff too?
not necessarily. Usually I just use Steve
Got
for
you.
hotels and like dinner reservations because it's annoying on the phone. Neve or Yaniv, and they don't get it and they don't spell it wrong anyway. So
Speaking of hotels, one of the greatest things about Catfish that I like and we always joke about is the fact they stay in real shitty hotels. Like
The Catfish Hotel right now, by the way.
that's what Neve really does. It's not like he stays in the hotel for TV and then goes stays in some 5-star shit. Like he stays in the shitty hotel the whole time.
I mean, if there was a 5-star hotel where we were, I might stay there.
That is true. We
there is. I mean, you're lucky to get a Red Roof Inn.
we were on the outskirts in Milwaukee. I don't even know the name of that town. What was the name of that town?
I can't remember.
I don't remember. But there definitely was no 5-star hotels there at all.
Now, Neve, do you stay in these shitty hotels to keep Max at bay, to keep his ego in check?
No, Max. I think, if anything, he's like a pack rat. He likes small, dark places where he can just sort of collect things and he burrows. You know what I mean? His apartment is scary. I know.
In LA.
Yeah, well, because he's an editor.
Got you.
And you know how editors, they just like to sort of, they hunch over their desks and they order food and they just, things stack up around them and they kind of,
Like detectives.
Yeah, a little bit like detectives, yeah.
Y'all are like the new Sherlock Holmes and Watson.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all fight over who's Holmes and who's Watson?
I think it's very clear that I'm Holmes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
what's interesting about Catfish is a lot of people know this show, but I don't know if they necessarily know you and Max. Like, did y'all grow up together? Did y'all?
We sort of did. When I was, I think, maybe 11 or 12, my brother and Max became friends. So I was still pretty young, and we knew each other. He came to my bar mitzvah. Mm-hmm. And we were always just friendly. And then, obviously, 4 years ago, when the sort of Catfish thing started, he got the call. Hey, you're a filmmaker. You're not doing anything right now. Do you want to be on this pilot? And he thought it was kind of funny. And just for the heck of it, I can't believe I said heck of it. How lame is that? For the hell of it, yeah. He did the pilot, and here we are now. 3 years later.
So y'all grew up in the same hood? Like, where's y'all from?
He grew up more half in Brooklyn Heights, and then half on the Upper West Side, which is where I grew up. So
wait, where did you? My buddy Jamil, I believe, plays in like an intramural basketball league with maybe your brother. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. My brother was definitely on some, I think they call them urban professional leagues.
Yeah, he played in an urban professional league. That's crazy. I thought it was either you or Max's brother. I wasn't sure which one.
Max is an only child.
So your brother's black?
That's right.
You said urban professional. How did your brother get an urban professional league?
You just have to pay. You just have to buy in. Yeah.
So buy your blackness.
So you and Max in New York?
No,
guys.
the Urban Professional League is like a bunch of skinny, balding white guys who played like varsity high school basketball and just never
accomplished anything in life.
They have careers, but basketball's always been their sort of secret true passion.
In the black world, we call that security now.
Right.
Those guys become security guards. Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely some security guards on those teams. You could tell who the ringers are.
Yeah.
Well, there's always one team that is black people, and they always crush. It's not really fair.
Gotcha.
Most of them are nerdy white dudes.
So you grew up in New York.
Yeah.
And the story, as everybody knows, you yourself got catfished.
I did before it was called getting catfished.
Yeah.
I got duped by a lady in Michigan pretending to be almost like I think 14 or 15 different people online.
And you were living in New York at the time?
I was living in New York.
How does a good-looking guy like you, why couldn't you get no pussy in New York, Neve?
It wasn't necessarily that I wasn't getting pussy.
Okay.
I just was looking for something more. I was looking for some, that special connection, that sort of dream girl who sweeps you off your feet, who happens to live on a farm and ride horses and be a virgin and all that ridiculous sort of fantasy porn shit.
Got you.
That I thought maybe could exist if and I got lucky and our sort of fate brought this woman to me via Facebook. So
was that your checklist, like looking for a girl who rides horses?
Well, I didn't know I was looking for all that, but then when all of a sudden it was put in front of me, I was like, wow, this looks good.
Wow, that's interesting to me because like this is New York.
the city of millions of people.
Right.
Like you weren't running into these kind of girls in just your daily activities.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Like, there are lots of great women in New York, but they're New York women. So, you know, you date a few and you feel like, okay, this is a type of woman and they're amazing. But all of a sudden something else comes around that's so different.
True.
It just sort of catches your eye.
True. You know what,
I'm telling you, man, there's something about growing up in the city, because I grew up in the city, and I almost exclusively dated girls from outside New York. Almost exclusively. Like, I had multiple kind of not online relationships with girls maybe I met at a show or something. They were from Miami. Even my girl now is from Montreal. There's something about it, man.
You know what a guy told me one time? A guy told me that New York girls, he said everywhere else around the country, girls are looking for a good man. They're looking for somebody with morals, values, integrity, ideals, somebody that can have a husband. He said New York girls are looking for the best deal. That's what somebody told me a long time ago. They're looking for a guy who can present them the best deal, the best opportunity to just have.
It's all business.
Business.
I mean, New York is about surviving, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense. They're a product of the culture, man.
So you meet this girl online, you establish an emotional connection with her.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty complicated, and it went slowly over the course of 9 months with the whole family. First, I met, actually, her little sister.
In real life, you met her?
No, online. Her little sister reached out to me, told me that she'd seen my photographs and liked my pictures of dance, and could she use them sort of as the models for her paintings. And then from there, I sort of was in touch with the mom and the babysitter, and then the whole family. They all had Facebook pages, and they friended me, and I started G-chatting and talking and texting. And then a flirtation developed with the older sister, who, of course, was very cute and sending me cute pictures. And, you know, this is before Snapchat, but she was still emailing me, you know, artistic nudes.
Oh. So titties with flowers covering the nipples.
Yeah, or like silhouette, you know?
Got you.
So that she had me. She had me with the flower nipples.
Now, I saw that movie. I saw the documentary, Catfish. Documentary film?
Documentary.
Documentary. I saw it. I thought it was crazy. I was blown away. Now, question is this. You go meet this lady, right? And her husband, who she lives with.
Right.
Right? Was it weird when you're talking to this dude and you've been like having phone sex with his wife?
Well, so yeah.
like I think like that's all I'm thinking about when you're talking to this guy. Like, you've jerked off to his wife in a little girl's voice.
So you're right. Basically, what was interesting about the situation was that this woman had been living this whole life out online, unbeknownst to her husband. So when she talked about me to him, I was the guy in New York that was buying all her paintings. He had no idea that she was actually just sending them to me, and that we were also having a strange love affair. So we didn't say anything because we didn't feel like we wanted to blow up her spot and like make a big scene and potentially break up this marriage. So we played along the whole time when he was around with her story, which was like, oh, these are my friends from New York, and they're buying my paintings, and they're filmmakers, and they want to do a sort of film about me and my art.
Right.
And then when we left, we were like, you need to talk to your husband because he needs to know what's up, and eventually he's going to find out anyway. And she did, of course. But yeah, it was pretty awkward.
Now, did she try to give you some pussy in real life?
No, unfortunately not.
Did you feel like she owed you some pussy when you met her? No, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about all of these countless hours you spend online with a person. You owe me some pussy.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
she's.
How can I answer that?
Did you fucking? That's what you want to know, Nee.
No, we're strictly professional.
But y'all cool now, though.
We're okay. You know, I haven't heard from her in a while. She sort of returned to her life and quieted down, and she's got her family. And
got you.
As far as I know, everybody's happy and healthy, and so that's good. But I haven't spoken to her in a while.
And how did this become the idea for a television show? Because I'm always so interested. Like, you have to look back now and say, isn't it crazy how God works? Isn't it crazy how the universe works?
Yeah. I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Every time someone comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, I love your show. You're so great," or this or that, or I watch your show in Germany or Japan. I'm just like, how the hell did this happen? I mean, I had a guy run up to me on the street in some small town in Zimbabwe who was just like so excited to see me. It's just like, it's crazy. So basically, what happened was the movie came out and did pretty well. Was out in a bunch of theaters. Was online. People started seeing it, and immediately, like, I became the go-to guy for anybody with a story to tell about a crazy online relationship.
So you just had an inbox full of people.
My email just started exploding.
Yeah.
Facebook messages, emails. So then I just created a new email called just catfishneve@gmail, and people just started sending me emails.
Where'd the catfish thing come from?
Oh, well, so we named the movie Catfish because the husband, actually, in an interview with him, he used a great story about why catfish are used in transporting codfish to describe his wife, because she's sort of this interesting, unpredictable person, and catfish are used in these giant tanks to chase cod around to keep them moving so that their muscle tissue stays intact and they end up being tastier and more delicious over the course of these few weeks.
Got you.
I remember that story. It was like they would transport the cod, and by the time it got there, they would just be mush,
right?
Because there was no predator,
right?
And you put a predator out there, and all of a sudden,
life gets interesting.
Life gets interesting, yeah.
So catfish are predators.
So we called the movie Catfish, also because it was sort of unclear and I think had some mystery to it, which of course is sort of part of the whole experience. And then it just sort of became a word. If you got tricked on an online relationship, you got catfished.
It's not just a word, it's a word that has actually changed the online culture.
And it's actually now a new definition in the dictionary.
Really?
Yeah.
Do y'all get paid for that?
No.
That's fucked up, man. Do you know Birdman and Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne invented bling bling.
Right, I've heard that.
Bling bling became this huge word, and he was upset he didn't trademark the word. And I always wonder how the fuck you can make money off a word.
Can you trademark a word?
I don't know.
You could trademark a saying, like you could trademark bling bling in terms of like people using it in a commercial or that kind of stuff. Like let's get ready to rumble. Michael Buffer.
Right.
That saying, you got to pay him to use that.
But it should be that way with catfish too, because this word isn't going any fucking where ever.
Right. It's here to stay.
I mean, I understand that it's a fucking real live creature. But getting catfish is something totally different than the actual catfish.
Absolutely. And then, the show and the name really kind of rose to notoriety when Manti Te'o got catfished.
Yes.
Because the head of the athletic department in Notre Dame, specifically in his press conference, and this was crazy, said, what happened here is a classic case of catfishing. If you haven't seen the documentary or show Catfish, that's what happened. Like he could not have given us a better plug in his press conference. And so from then on, it was like, oh, catfishing, catfish.
I think the Manti Te'o situation changed everybody's perception of getting catfish. Because listen, the first couple seasons of Catfish, you watch it, we coined the phrase fat fish. Because there's a lot of people who look like, okay, I can totally see why they'd be online trying to get some pussy because they can't get pussy in real life. But Manti Te'o's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
Plays football. You're on a college campus, for God's sake. You should be getting pussy 100 miles per hour.
Right.
But he was looking for something deeper.
I think that part of the success of the show and the success of catfishing in general is that it's not about pussy, like what Neve was saying earlier.
Yeah.
It's about companionship and trust and friendship and
and just someone to listen to you. Like I literally feel people need a friend, kind of. So in a weird way, I think the catfish gets a bad rap because the catfish is really providing that person that he or she is catfishing with what he wants or she wants.
Very interesting point, because we all, I'm married. I have a wife. Andrew's in a committed relationship. And we talk about this all the time, Schultz.
Yeah.
There's certain things I just don't want to talk to my mate about. The conversation's just not that interesting at home right now. The conversation is going down on Twitter. It's going down on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Me and this person online can go back and forth for 2 and 3 hours through our thumbs, through our fingers, about something more interesting in the house. It's something to be said about that, man. It's something to be said about establishing an emotional connection with a person. What makes you have an emotional connection with a person the way you can just sit there and conversate with this person for hours on end?
And you can be more expressive with someone who's completely removed from your real life. It's like almost like a therapist, because like they can't judge you, they don't know your friends, they're not going to talk about you at work. Like it's a safe place to sort of dump any feelings or thoughts or ideas and not be judged.
So is that the reason? Is it judgment? Is judgment the reason it's hard to be open with people in, I guess, real life?
Well, I mean, why do we lie to the people we love? Because we're keeping something from them, or we're embarrassed, or we're not sure how they're going to take it.
Yeah.
But when there's someone who's detached from your life, who has no expectations of you, who's not depending on you, you can tell them anything, and worst case scenario, they don't like it, and so then the relationship ends, and nothing lost.
Now, do you believe we lie to people that we love because we love them? I say that you don't love a person enough if you don't lie to them.
Wow.
You're a woman.
Okay.
Let's just be clear about it. Fuck everybody else. You're a woman.
So lying to someone sort of in a way proves that you love them.
Yeah, because I'm not going to go... Listen, put it like this. When I used to fuck around, right, and I had a bunch of side chicks, I tell them anything. Yeah, I'm fucking with this chick and fucking with that chick. So what? Sit down, eat this slice of pizza and be quiet. But my motherfucking wife, I'm not telling her.
You never got me a slice of pizza.
I'm not fucking you, Neve.
Oh, okay.
But my fucking wife, I'm not going to tell her, hey, I'm fucking with all these other chicks. I love her. So I'm keeping this shit from her.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like you don't want to hurt that person.
Yeah, no.
I think it's underestimated what men go through to not hurt the women that we love.
Oh my God! Listen, I said
we don't get enough credit.
There you go
for how good we are at lying.
There you go.
I'm serious. Like we will develop amazing technology. Like Snapchat is really for dudes.
Break it down. Explain. I don't fuck with Snapchat.
No, we'll go. You could send a message or send a picture to someone, and then it disappears, and then there's no proof you did it.
Yes. Men went to great lengths and spent lots of money to develop an app to better serve our loved ones, so that they wouldn't find out that we were having side chick. That we had a side chick.
Listen, I say that all the time. Like motherfuckers, like men.
That was for you, ladies. We did that for you.
Absolutely. That's why I always tell men you have to work on not getting caught, because it's not the cheating.
Well, wait a second. If there's one thing I've learned as a guy now, I'm 30 years old.
Okay.
There's no way, certainly when it comes to side chicks, that you can keep that from your woman. Like,
yes, you can.
No. I don't care how good you are. Your woman knows the second you walk in the door, from the way you stand to where your eyes are going they just know. They know.
Oh, like your patterns change.
I have never met a woman who couldn't tell when I was lying. I've never met a woman who couldn't tell when I was lying.
Really?
Yeah.
That is true too, though. Because I don't know where I developed this stupid ass habit, but when I lie to my wife, I start laughing. And I don't, and she knows it. Like, she'll ask me a question.
Where were you? Where were you, Charlamagne?
I was with Schulz recording the podcast. Then 5 seconds later, it's like, why do I fucking lie? Listen, I'm watching Guy Code the other night, right? Guy Code's on. I didn't even know this episode. I didn't even see this episode. And it's an episode where I describe waking up in LA with 3 girls. A Mexican girl, a white girl, and a black girl. I even said their names on Guy Code.
Jesus.
And I look at her and I go, that's a lie. That's all entertainment. 5 seasons staring at me to wait. So I'm laughing. I'm like, nah, I'm laughing at the show. My dumb ass didn't realize we went to commercial. So it was nothing. It's like, yo, what the fuck? But the moral of the story is men have to work on not getting caught. It's not the cheating that gets you in trouble. It's the getting caught. I tell girls this all the time. If your man really cares about you, he will not get caught doing dirt. Like, I know some sloppy motherfuckers, though.
Yeah.
Like how you talk about Snapchat, post this shit and disappears in 3 seconds. I know guys that'll leave full text messages on their phone that they're having with girls. They don't.
You gotta clear that search history.
Clear that search history.
You can clear the search history on your Instagram too.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
Neve, come on, Neve, tell us some of these goddamn secrets.
No, because on Instagram it saves who you've searched for. So when you want to show your girlfriend something and you go, oh, let me show you this picture, and you go to search and it pops up with the last 15 people that you've searched.
Really?
So you got to learn how to clear that.
Tell us right now, Neve.
Okay, so here you go to your Instagram, right?
We're all on Instagram right now.
All right, hold on. Here we go. And then, because it's a little tricky, and then I think you click on your profile on the top right corner. You click the gear. The little settings gear.
Got you.
And then go all the way down, and you'll see there's a clear search history.
Holy shit, Schultz. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who the fuck knew?
So that's another little maintenance thing.
Now, is there any way you could make it so nobody can see your activity?
I don't know. I wish there was, but I don't think there is.
That's what happened. There's too many girls involved in this app. They're trying to keep certain things around.
You know what's so fucked up, Neve?
Oh, no, but there is one thing you can do. There's one thing you can do.
What?
If you want to follow a girl one good way to do it is to unfollow a bunch of like generic accounts and guys and like, funny accounts, then follow the girl, then refollow those other accounts so that it buries the girl. Like, so.
Jesus.
Yeah, these are just things, I picked up along.
Jesus Christ, how's a single man like you know all this shit needs?
Yo, this is incredible.
You was in a long-term relationship though, right?
Yes, I was, yeah.
For how long?
3 years, a little over 3 years.
Okay. And you're not with the person anymore?
Not right now. Who knows what the future holds.
That means that's your soulmate.
Well, we still care about each other a lot. But, it's time. It was time to move on.
Did you break up with her?
I don't know if I would say that. I think we just sort of both became clear that we needed to be apart in order to grow and do the things we needed to do and feel good about ourselves.
How long has Catfish been on?
Catfish been on about 3 years.
3 years. So you met her at the start of Catfish?
Yeah, we met just before we started filming.
So you started popping and feeling yourself. That's what it was, Neef.
It's funny. I actually was more inclined to stay with her because I met her before the show. Not to say that I'm this huge international celebrity, but like, yeah, sure, people know me now and I'm more successful than I've ever been. And I like the idea that like this is a girl that I met who didn't care about any of that and has sort of put up with it because, it's hard to date me because I'm on the road a lot.
Gotcha.
You guys know. And I'm also just a maniac. So, I really thought there was something special there.
So is it hard for you to trust chicks? Because you are Neef from Catfish?
You know what? I'm totally fine with it, but I don't get the kind of attention that I always imagined being a sort of, air quote, famous person would.
That's bullshit, Neef. I've been
I'm
out
telling
with you,
you.
Neef.
I mean, yeah, no. People come up to me.
Charlamagne has told me, man.
Been out with you.
Charlamagne has told me, man.
I've seen how it goes down. Who ran up on you at the airport? Who was that?
Demi
Lovato. Yeah.
That was pretty cool for me.
That was hot. She ran up on you like, yo, she was like, look, I would suck your cock right now if you weren't
Is that
at the
what she
airport.
was saying?
It seemed like that's what she was saying.
I was actually just looking at her Instagram page while you said that.
Get the fuck out of
crazy.
here. You're
I
lying.
swear to God on my life, I'm looking at her Instagram. I can tell you the last picture she posted. She's skinny now. She's skinny now.
She's been on a diet. She's working out.
Yeah, and she actually had a post where she said that I was beautiful then and I'm beautiful now. I've changed some things in my life.
What did
Wow, you read the caption.
Bro, now I know how to delete my history. I'm good to go. I'm reading everybody.
No, seriously. She ran up on Neve at the airport, and she had a look of like admiration and thirst in her eyes. I was like, hold up, why she look so familiar?
Yeah.
She was like, oh, that was Demi Lovato.
It took a second too for me because like, without any of the makeup or the outfit, I think she was super casual, t-shirt and sweatpants or something.
So you're saying that she catfishes us?
No, I mean we all wear masks.
What did she say to you? What did she say to you?
She said, "Hey, I just wanted to say hello. I love the film that you guys made. I want to make a documentary film, and I was just curious, I don't remember, something like that."
Yeah, she said. I just could see her mouth, and when she said "doc," it looked like cock.
Oh,
so it was like I love doc.
I love your
It was
doc.
like I love
Right,
cock. I love your cock in my mouth. It kind of confused me. I didn't understand it. But
that's when you got to give her your nom de plume.
No, exactly.
Neve played the shit out of her too. By the way, at the airport.
What'd you say?
I know we exchanged info. We texted once. I texted her. She texted me back, and then I texted her again to say like, "Hope you made it safe to wherever you were going," and she never responded. So I don't want to.
Oh, you need to thug her out a little bit, bro.
Should I get back in her radar? Should I try her again?
But I think you can't be so nice about. I hope you made it safe.
It's been a while though. Like, would it be weird to all of a sudden now just like shoot her a text?
Here's the thing.
She might hear about you on this podcast. She might hear about you talking about her.
All right,
I think she might, but here's the reality. Like, if somebody takes a plane somewhere, like, you're gonna know if it doesn't make it.
That's true. If her plane went down, we would have all heard about it. You're right.
So you could just rest assured that they made it. You know what I mean?
That is true.
But I haven't heard from her, so who knows?
Send her that dick pic, dog.
Nah, you can't send dick pics.
No, I know. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yes.
All right. So
Dick talk.
So there's a model in Russia.
Okay.
And Schulz, you should look her up.
Looking up her right now.
You might have even heard of her. Her name is Alena Shishkova.
Okay.
She sounds like she got
Alena.
Okay.
And then it'll come up as soon as you start typing SH Shishkova. Anyway,
sure it's Lena?
Alena. Alena. Yeah.
Okay.
and then SHISHKOVA. Anyway, she tweeted about Catfish, the show. I guess they have it over there, and she was a fan, and she liked it, so she tweeted at me once. And of course, I saw her profile. She's verified. She's got 400,000 or 500,000 Twitter followers. So I was like, wow, this is the real deal.
Okay.
So I said thanks. I DM'd her. I appreciate the support. Being very, very professional. Anyway, we had a nice back and forth. Every time she would see an episode, she would write me something funny about it.
Is she pretty?
She's got
pretty?
like 4 million fan pages.
She's
I
like a
can't get to
Barbie
the real
doll.
one.
She's like a real life Barbie doll.
Pull her up, page.
Yeah. Anyway, then she invited me to Snapchat with her, and I was thinking like, oh boy, I don't know where this is going. I'm in a relationship. I'm going to be cool, but okay. And she just starts sending me cute pictures, at the gym. You know what girls do, like laying in bed with the pillows and the blankets, like snuggled up. Yeah, just like
amazing.
cute.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm doing my best just to send her nice, like, funny drawings back, things that are not sexual, that are
funny drawings.
No, you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to keep it really cool, okay? And then straight up, I get a picture like of her pussy, like just point blank, bam. Right there.
How'd it look?
And that's when you're supposed to show your girl and be like, "Look, this is."
How do I respond to that? What do I do?
From the pictures
you
I'm looking,
draw a picture of your dick.
Well, no, I wasn't going to screenshot it because she would have known, and that's breaking the trust. That's
amazing.
But she's amazing. She's very sweet. But you know what I said to her, and maybe you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I was like, please stop. I don't think that's sexy. I don't want. I mean,
Neve, stop it.
No, I like that play. I like
the play, but
I
stop
said,
it.
We don't need to do that. Let's just keep it clean. We can still have a nice back and forth, but like you don't. What do you? It was weird.
Yeah, you got 400 million
it was weird.
fan pages.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying too hard.
So was it really her pussy?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! What did it look like? Did she have a nice one?
Time out. Do you know by putting that story out there, you've killed all chances of ever fucking her ever in the history of life?
Well, she barely speaks English.
So what? She's got a pussy.
I don't think she's going to listen to this.
She ran out of words to say.
So okay, yeah, I got you. So she might not hear this. Well, somebody will fucking translate it for her. So hold the fuck up.
Well, I don't think.
It's fine. Let's keep going.
I'm not interested.
You're not interested in fucking Alina Shishafisa?
Not really. No.
Do you see what I just Schultz? Have you seen her?
I'm looking. There's so many fan pages. I'm looking through picture after picture, and I really want to know what the vagina looks like.
It was a very, very clean, sterile,
So she likes
teenage
Catfish
looking,
that much.
Prepubescent pussy. What?
She likes Catfish that much that she
I guess
was just
so.
like,
And I didn't even encourage it. I didn't even try. I didn't even start the sort of sexy pick thing.
Yeah.
I just again, it was just like friendly. And
Question.
then
if you found out she sent Max the same pussy pic,
I'd be furious.
Hey, you better than me, Neve, because I'm going to tell you what I'd have been doing. I'd have been on a flight. I'd have been booking her a flight. I'd have either been going to Russia or she'd have been coming to America. You'd have looked at her Twitter and just saw mad plane emojis. And with a USA flag. I'm going to fuck that pussy. That's a pussy that you can brag about. You're only going to get these chances once in your life.
I know, you're right. I know. Well, look, I've been in a relationship. I was, as good as I could be. Now we'll see. I don't know. Who knows what could happen.
You're really the faithful type, Neve. You know what's so crazy about Neve? Like if you people will say, "Oh, Neve's an asshole. He's a dick." Industry people will say that, but you're like a really nice guy. You're faithful to your woman.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I've made some mistakes. I think most guys have. I've done some things I wish I hadn't. But when I'm really into someone and I commit to it, that's my thing. I focus on it.
It's always the nice guys that get catfish, man.
Yeah,
it is.
Maybe.
Always the nicest people. The nicest people get bought into these online relationships and get their heart broken.
Jesus, I'm still looking at Alina Shishkin.
No, she's amazing. Can you believe?
Holy shit!
Yeah, and she's got a kid.
Yeah, there was a picture of a kid in one. How did her body rebound like that? That's incredible.
She's pretty young. I mean, honestly, what scares me about her, which is why I've stayed back, is she's definitely like in she's part of the Russian mafia scene. I think like the sort of like club owners, high rolling, weird, big money Russian mobster scene. I mean, maybe I'm projecting that, but that's what it looks like. And I don't know that I want to mess with that. I don't want to piss some guy.
You don't want to get involved.
That's why you fly her here.
All right, but even still, like...
Oh, they will come here and kill you.
Right, they'll come after
me. We saw Training Day when Denzel got hit up.
I think I'm better off just keeping it on Snapchat.
I'm surprised she only got one child, though, because I can't see no reason to ever wear a condom with her. I would be coming in that motherfucker every chance I got.
Jesus.
All right, hold on. We're going to interrupt this Neve interview to pay some bills real quick. You guys already know what we're talking about is Squarespace. You want to build a website. You know it can be tough. It's a daunting task. I'll be honest, I don't know how to build websites, but I do know how to build something with Squarespace. It's very easy. It's got the most simple formats. You can drag and drop pictures in. Honestly, it's the best way to build a website. That's how I did mine. That's why we have the Brilliant Idiots website. You need to go out there and get yourself one. All right?
That's right. Go out there and get you one. Squarespace provides simple, powerful, and beautiful website templates for you to work with. Not only that, those templates are part of Squarespace's responsive design, which means your website scales to look great on any device. That's very important.
Because people make these websites for the desktop, then you go on your phone to try to look at them, and it's horrible. It's just a menu.
Stupid.
Don't do it.
I'm not coming back.
Don't get caught.
Now, every website you build also comes with a free online store if you need it. You need something small but powerful, where their cover page feature also follows you to set up a one-page online presence in just minutes, man. And
like we have with BrilliantIdiots.com, where we sell our t-shirts that have been selling the fuck out. Thank you guys so much for purchasing.
Listen,
okay?
the one good thing Matt Raz has probably ever did in his life was build Brilliant Idiots website.
It definitely wasn't rating sketch shows. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely not. I wonder if Matt Raz knows how much I don't value his opinion.
Because of that one
Because of that one statement that he made. And the fact that we solicited people to go to his Twitter and find the quote that was the dumb shit.
And they knew immediately.
Matt. I don't even feel
wasn't
comfortable.
even a question.
I don't even feel comfortable telling people Matt built our website.
Yeah, we got to say it's somebody else.
Yeah, now if people want to buy t-shirts or book us for tours or send us funny videos or songs, send us penis pics, breast pics, whatever, go to the site and figure out where to send them, okay? This is 2015. You have to have your own website. Being on social media is not going to cut it no matter who you are. You can go to Squarespace and create a site that is going to give you a professional-looking presence online. You have to have that, bro.
It's without a doubt, man. It's the new business card, okay? Don't give me some piece of paper. Give me your website name. That's where I'm going to go. And when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure that you use the offer code IDIOTS to get 10% off your first purchase and show your support for Brilliant Idiots. So we thank you, Squarespace, for their support of Brilliant Idiots. Squarespace, build it beautiful.
That's right. When you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure to use the offer code IDIOTS to get 10% off your first purchase and to show your support for Brilliant Idiots. We thank Squarespace for their support of Brilliant Idiots. Squarespace, build it beautiful. All right, so listen, man, we about to come back with the rest of our interview with Neve. Catfish premieres next Wednesday, February 25th on MTV, 10 p.m. I'm on the premiere episode.
Watch it.
Oh, and then we're doing Chatfish afterwards.
Are you hosting it?
Oh, yeah, me and Neve. Me and Neve are hosting Chatfish afterwards.
From when to when?
I guess maybe 11:30 probably.
So it's 10 to 11, then 11 to 11:30.
Yep.
Yo, so check it out, man, and tweet it out. Let people know that you're watching. You know, Brilliant Idiots. Let people know the Brilliant Idiots followers are a movement, man. They're an army. That's how you have leverage in this business. You have people that fuck with you. So let them know.
Yeah. So fuck with us, man. Let's finish talking to Neve.
Now, let's talk, Neve, about why do you have the reputation you have in the industry? Like industry people.
Do I have a reputation?
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, Neve's a dick. He's an asshole. He's hard to work with."
Huh. I can see that, and I'm aware of that. I think it's because
I think you're about your business.
Yeah, I'm very critical.
Yeah,
and I don't have a lot of patience when it comes to people who have a job and don't do it well.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying I could do your job better, but if I was going to do your job, I would do it better. So I can't do it better right now because it's not my job. But if it were my job, I'd do it better.
You know, you sound like this guy I know. I work with him a lot. His name is Andrew Schulz. that you sound just like him right now.
Yeah.
So when did I say that?
Andrew Schulz thinks he can do anything. Andrew Schulz will tell you that heart surgery isn't that complicated. I could be a heart surgeon. I could give somebody a heart transplant.
I think I could. If I applied the same amount of time I applied to my career to heart surgery, I'd be a beast. I just got shaky hands. That's the only problem. Right. I can't do it with my shaky hands.
Are you doing everything you want to do, Neve? Are you living your dream?
I'm just now figuring. I mean, I think we all grow and change and go through phases. The last few years has really been focusing on the show, making it as good as it can be. I'm very proud of it. I think season 4 is going to be amazing and people are going to love it. But I'm definitely looking to sort of the next thing. And we were talking about it a minute ago before we started recording, but I really would like to try and now use this platform to inspire and create some kind of a consciousness and social movement towards positivity and purpose with social media and getting young people involved with each other and making stuff together. I think there's a lot of potential that's sort of untapped in the online internet age.
Can the internet be positive though? I mean, no, put it like this: we know it can be positive, but can it be positive and be entertaining at the same time?
Great question.
Well, I don't know that those two have to be the same thing. I mean, I think entertainment can still be entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could just also have positivity. I mean, there's always going to be a mixture of all things in any medium. I just feel like it's been discouraging to see how many people are quick to express their not so nice feelings towards other people, in most cases strangers, without really considering the repercussions of that or the results of that. And so, one person gets bullied, another person gets bullied, and it sort of creates a cycle.
Gotcha.
So I'm just trying to break that cycle.
Well, they tried to bully you. I saw. I mean, you had that whole thing that went down where you took the picture inside the elevator, and then these guys went at you saying that you did some crazy shit in college. What happened with that?
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. When the whole Ray Rice thing happened, I was pretty upset about it. I'm not a guy that has any real history or certainly would ever strike a woman. But sure enough,
we've all had our moments.
In college,
I've talked about my moments. We've all had our moments.
well, unfortunately for me, my moment was sort of an accident. In college, I was at a party, and a young lady who was under the influence, I think, of a number of drugs and alcohol, didn't like that I was taking photographs at this party.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I may have even taken a picture of a group of people that she was part of. And so rather than asking me to stop taking pictures, which would have been the sort of logical, coherent thing to do, she just basically bum rushed me and tried to grab and smash my camera and tackle me to the ground. And this particular party was one where a lot of people are cross-dressed. I went to a very sort of liberal arts college with a very large gay and lesbian population, and she happened.
You beat up a lesbian?
Well, she happened to be a lesbian, and she was. I don't know if she would say she was dressed as a man because I don't.
So she was a butch lesbian, basically.
That's one way to describe her. In a button-down shirt with short haircut. It was a dark party, and somebody
totally
attacked me, and so I start trying to get myself free from their clutches, and maybe a couple swings, hits went out. Not exactly how it was reported in the ridiculous articles that came out, which sort of blew it up to be something it wasn't.
This
she
was a
fine.
Key and Peele sketch.
I never punched her in the face, which is what people say happened. Of course, that didn't happen. But yes, did I strike her? Yes. And finally, she was pulled off of me, and I came back, and I was shocked to find that it was a woman. Not that it makes any difference.
Yes, it does.
Well, it does make a difference, but not in the way that I thought I handled the situation. I mean, I just was trying to get away from this person.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Listen. If Chaz Bono, if you're in a club drunk and Chaz Bono walks up to you and punches you in the face and you start fighting Chaz back, you have no idea this used to be a woman.
Now, here's the
You
question.
have no idea.
Here's the question. Do you think any part of her was happy that her outfit worked?
I mean, look,
like she was upset, but a little part of her was like, success.
I'm finally getting the recognition.
Equality.
Right, equality.
Equality. Listen,
Exactly.
I don't.
The lesson for me was, even though violence was perpetrated towards me, I think there was a way I could have handled myself without making it into a fight or whatever it was.
You didn't know, though. You was just defending yourself.
I didn't know. I was defending myself fair. But, could I have just sort of not? I don't know. It just makes me think about it all the time. Like, in a situation like that, is there a way to avoid escalating it.
No, because the first law of survival, as human beings, self-preservation is the first thing
Right.
that we think about.
Right.
So you had to defend yourself, even if it was a real woman, you still got to defend yourself in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
You know.
I think what Charlamagne meant to say, even if it was a real man.
If it was a real man, what did I say? A real woman?
No,
said
you,
real
you were
woman.
right. You were right. I know what you meant. I
don't want people to think that you think lesbians aren't real women.
No. I meant that. No. I meant that wholeheartedly. You're right. But if it was a woman that you could identify as a woman,
Right.
you
Oh,
still
okay,
got to
gotcha,
defend
gotcha,
yourself.
gotcha.
I got a cousin right now. His name is Andre. He don't have no teeth to this day because he didn't want to strike this girl back. And this
Wow.
girl was whipping his ass with a lock in her hand. She had like a lock in her hand and was beating the dog shit out of him. And he would run away. She'd run after him, keep hitting him, and he refused to hit her back. After a while, you got to defend yourself, bro. I ain't saying you got to beat the shit out of her, but grab her.
Oh, dude.
Pinch her.
If anybody
Put her in
has
a
a weapon,
chokehold.
if anybody has a weapon, I don't care if they're male, female, whatever they are. If they have any sort of weapon, they no longer have a gender.
Yeah, because you're fighting the lock.
Right.
Exactly.
You're fighting the sticks he
fighting the
has.
lock.
Whatever. Now, what we want to know is, was the girl whipping your ass?
I mean, I had a pretty torn up shirt
Yeah.
and
You said she
a
slammed
slightly
you.
broken camera. Well, she never got me out on the ground. She
Let them know, Neve.
No.
Let them know. You got a good sprawl.
So you
Yeah.
were struggling with the young lady.
Yeah, she had me like sort of bent over. She had me curled down, but
Gotcha.
I stayed on my feet.
Have you apologized to her since?
I'm not sure that I'm ready to apologize to her.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry that it happened. I regret that there was an altercation. If she was in any way hurt, I'm sorry that happened. But I think she has a very skewed memory of what actually went down. I think her version of the story in her head is very different from the totally sober one that me and my friend who saw the whole thing happened
Got you.
have of it. So, but either way, to get back to the story,
Neve, I just realized this was actually the first time you were catfished.
You were. That's very true.
yeah, you could say that. Sure,
Very true.
I was catfished.
Exactly.
Tried to-
Wow. That's
So to get back to
interesting.
the story,
Oh no, just saying. So anyway, so I wrote about it in my book. I had a book that came out earlier this year, or last year, I should say, and it's not something I'm trying to hide. So I talked about it briefly. I said, part of the reason I got kicked out of college was because I had this unfortunate incident where I hit a girl. Anyway, the book came out, and then like a couple of days later, this Ray Rice thing happened. And so I posted about how not cool it is to be violent towards a woman or domestic violence in general. It goes both ways. And someone picked it up and said, "Oh, well, wait a second. You hit a girl in college, and now you're saying it's not okay to hit women. You're a hypocrite." And they made it seem like I was hiding it, or it somehow was this thing that no one knew about. And of course, the story got lost. The actual, what really happened.
But nobody cares about the details. They
Right.
just see the headline. If they see Neve got kicked out of college for hitting a
Right.
woman.
And of course they focused on the accounts from her and her friends, which were totally wrong, instead of, just sort of what happened, which, wasn't really that big of a deal at the end of the day, but they made it into a big deal.
There's no way you can tell anybody the story, including the judge or whoever that kicked you out of school, and they do not understand. I got into a fight. I was in a club. It was dark.
Right.
It was a butch lesbian. She rushed me. I didn't know if it was a male or female. Right. Have you seen Set It Off with Queen Latifah as playing the lesbian? You do not know. If
Right.
she attacks you, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
You don't know if it's a lesbian.
Well, yeah. And it wasn't like I aggressively attacked her back. I just
Defending
I
yourself,
just tried
yeah.
to get her off of me.
But this is typical of the social media age, where
yeah.
anytime you try to be quote unquote righteous,
Right.
people will find a way to tear you down.
Oh my God.
Well, the irony is that post was my single most successful, if you want to use that word, or just shared, liked post ever. I mean, I posted it, and within hours it had something like 400,000 likes. It had like 25,000 shares. I mean, it was my biggest post ever.
Because it was a little bit of everything. It was a little bit of people saying, that's right, you shouldn't hit women like Neve said. And then there was other motherfuckers calling you a hypocrite.
Well, that came later.
Got you.
That came later. I think it was the fact that I had this big post that made it onto everybody's feeds, that brought attention to the past incident. And
Gotcha.
so it was like, oh, well, now we have some juice on Neve, which, of course, wasn't juice because I had talked about it in my book, and I Anyway,
That's why
There's the formula. It's righteousness plus success. You could be righteousness and nobody knows about it. It's totally fine. But once you pop off with that righteousness, once you have some success, forget it, man.
Yeah, you got to hit show. He's like, who the fuck are you, motherfucker?
Exactly.
And you know, people do that too to try to make themselves feel better.
Yep.
And justify their own failures because they're like, see, just because he's got a hit show doesn't mean he's any better than us.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's way easier to bring you down than it is to work hard and get ahead of you.
Oh, nobody wants to give you props.
Hell no.
How many people have ever walked up to you and congratulated you on the success of Catfish?
Oh no, I actually do get a lot of really positive messages and fans, and people come up to me and say, thanks, I love what you do.
Got you. Now, I was reading this article on Slate, and the headline is "Internet Trolls Really Are Horrible People," and it talks about how they're narcissistic and psychopathic and sadistic. Are you ever afraid that you're going to run into, or have you ever ran into a very evil catfish?
Yeah, I think we've come across some people who have some problems. I mean, I like to believe that everybody at their core possesses the makeup to be a good person.
Got you.
I don't think by design human beings are bad. But obviously circumstances and settings and your parents and friends and the schools you go to and all that sort of stuff adds up. And so we've come across some people on the show that I think are in a dark place.
Do y'all do a vetting process? Like, okay, this motherfucker here could shoot up a school. Let's not put him on TV.
Yeah, I mean, once we meet them and we talk to them, and then after we film them, they speak to a psychiatrist who makes sure that like they're fit to be on television. And sometimes we don't, they aren't. But yeah, I think people just want to be seen, and like we were talking about earlier, they'll do whatever they have to do to get that attention.
Absolutely.
And in a lot of cases, it's being nasty.
Yeah, because we respond to nastiness way more than we respond to positivity.
Well, and we even reward it.
Yeah, we reward it. True.
Yeah. Why is that though?
Because it's easier.
Like, why can we go through our Twitters and see 20 positive tweets? Oh, I love you. I fuck with you. I dig you. But that one negative,
right? Your
motherfucking left arm's bigger than your right arm. We're responding to that motherfucker.
Dude, that negativity shines bright, man. I don't know what the fuck it is. It affects you. It stays with you throughout your day.
Yeah.
You're in the mirror. You start looking at your arms like, oh shit, the fuck, my arms different sizes.
We've also. I mean, there's now a business in negativity. I mean, people love seeing the misfortune of others, and so unfortunately now there are lots of websites and television shows that just sort of feature the misfortune of others. And it's a commodity, so, you watch some skateboarder fall on his nuts, like, sure, that's funny to watch, but that's a kind of terrible thing that happened to that guy.
It's always been that way, though. I mean, if you think about the daily news that we all grew up on, your regular local news, they not on there talking about who graduated from college,
right?
who just got a promotion. They're on there talking about who went to jail, who got shot, who got killed, this fire over here, this building collapsed.
Yeah.
It's always been that way.
I would say that Catfish is similar, but I find myself watching Catfish hoping that it's real.
Oh, no, it's listen to me. That's the one thing I kept saying the whole time we was filming for the episode I did this season. It's very real. Like, no makeup.
No,
I
mean
real.
like hoping that the person isn't catfishing them. I'm not
Andrew's hoping
person,
for a match.
Yeah,
no, I don't like that.
Oh, so you hope that they fuck up.
Oh, I like the train wreck all the way through. I like to,
Oh no, man! I hope that it's real. It's like I hold on to that because I feel like if you don't hold on to that little bit of hope, then the show's not going to be interesting.
No, I've tweeted that numerous times. I do not watch Catfish for happy endings. I like
really.
No. I like it to be all the way fucked up all the way through. I like when y'all talk to the person 6 months later and their life still ain't shit and they're still looking for love. Like I think that's amazing. I do. I just think it's amazing. I mean, Neve's like the Chuck Woolery of this shit. He wants the love connection to it.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, I'd like people to find love, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not in a good place right now when it comes to love. I don't know how I feel about it and partnership, and I'm just a little down about it.
You've been heartbroken.
Well, I'm struggling right now. I'm letting go of somebody that means a lot to me, and I don't know. I certainly don't feel like getting out there and looking for it anywhere else.
As a man, this is how I feel. If you love a girl, When you love something, you let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours.
Right.
You just got to know when you let it go, as long as you can fuck it every now and then, when you let it go, it's fine. That's all I care about. Can I still hit? That's it. Because that lets you know that she still digs you.
Right.
Forget the late night. I mean, the late night phone calls and stuff is cool when she's going through something, but can I still hit every now and then, but not be technically your man? That's all I care about. I'm good with that.
I think that's great advice. What I would say to you, Neve, is 2 words. Alina Shishkabova.
Oh my God! Listen.
Shishkabova, whatever it is.
You know what I just
going back.
Schulz, you know what I just thought about? Neve tells that story all the time to let his ex-girlfriend know how much he loves her.
That's great.
It's great.
True.
It's a great
I passed
play,
up
Neve.
this pussy.
Yes. How dare you not be with me now when I passed up this amazing piece of pussy for you?
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Would you propose to your ex?
Yeah. I mean, I was definitely close to that.
What's the problem? See, this is my thing with guys, right? I know a lot of guys that go through this. If you know this is the girl for you, if you miss her, if you love her, if you want to be with her, just be with her.
Well, right, but knowing all that and thinking all that and looking at it and inspecting it and seeing all that doesn't necessarily mean that it feels right when you're there. And that was the problem for us. Like on paper, it made sense. We get each other. We love each other. We want to spend time with each other. We see the world the same way. The physical attraction's wonderful, but like right now in our lives, we're just in places that for some reason are sort of like, when a magnet, you try to put 2 magnets together and one's charged the wrong way. Like we couldn't make it work right now. It just wasn't feeling good.
Does she have a career?
She's an artist, so she does lots of different things. Musician.
Just bring her on the road with you.
No, it wasn't that.
That's what it sounds like to me.
No, I don't think so. I mean, look, I guess I'm a little uncomfortable talking about it.
You got to get it out, Nate.
You're right. I mean, I've spent a lot of time talking about it with my shrink.
Let's be honest, Nate. Was there part of you that wanted to experience the value of your dick?
There you go. Big dick Neve. Sometimes you got to throw your dick out there and see what the price of your dick is out here in these streets, Neve.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're
What's
famous.
the market
You're like,
value in your cock?
What is this wield?
I don't think that's it. I mean, this is getting. You guys want to go deep?
We're deep, baby. We're deep.
I mean, I've started to put less and less value and importance on sex.
True.
For me, it's like I know what that is. I know it's great, but it's sort of the last thing I'm looking for or focused on right now.
True.
And so, it's all about just finding someone you can trust and be with and enjoy spending time with. And strange pussy is always going to be fun, but like I'm finished with the sort of value thing. I don't need to judge my worth with the number of women that I can sleep with, or
it's not the number, it's how bad the bitch
or
is.
how attractive.
Yeah, it's who it is. That's what it is. Like me and Schulz talked about this before. It's like when you start growing in your various careers, especially in the entertainment industry, you start seeing these girls that you grew up watching your whole life.
Right.
Now this chick wants to give you some pussy.
Yeah.
Now she's hitting you on the DMs like what happened to you on Snapchat. She's sending you a pussy. Who am I not to go get that blessing?
It's like you got to do it for your friend who's an accountant.
I gotta go.
I gotta do it for my
got a
dogs.
flight to catch, guys.
I gotta do it for my guys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Who aren't able to get this kind of pussy. Right. I gotta do it for them. But and I say this too, if you do get caught out there, you gotta be able to look your woman in the eye and be like, look, man, it was Rihanna. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Is that your?
No, that is not my story. But I'm saying it has to be.
No,
on
I know
level.
that's not your story. But is that? Would you stand in front of your wife and say, "Look, it was Rihanna"?
If it was Rihanna, absolutely.
Wow.
He would stand in front of his wife for the fucking security guard at the building.
No, I wouldn't. I'm with Neve. I'm to the point in my life where pussy don't do it for me no more. And that's my other problem too, is because I do sit down and have conversations with women, and I want to get to know them on a deeper level. And that's not good either, because then I'm developing emotional relationships with these chicks. You can't do that when you got a motherfucking wife. You know what I'm saying? Or you have somebody else you have an emotional connection with. So I'm cool. I'm all into the husband, father. That's deeper to me. That level of life is much more fulfilling than the life I live.
I also think it's as fulfilling, if not more, just to know that you could smash a girl.
Very true.
To me, that's enough. Like, if I can meet a girl at a party and I can just tell she's into me, and if I wanted to put the moves on and say, hey, let's get out of here, she'd say yes, like, I'm good. Got it. Like, that's the fun in it. Yes. I don't need to actually go through with it and then have to have a headache of figuring out how to deal with her and not wanting to see her again, or is she going to think it's a big thing and that.
Send me your pussy on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Send me your pussy on Snapchat. I'm good.
It's like hunting deer with a stun gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just, once they're dead and then they're asleep, you're like, all right, they're going to wake up.
Or like ninja, it's like ninja style, like sneaking up on someone with a knife, getting up behind them and like holding it to their throat and being like, I could kill you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
Well, that's a little bit more like rape.
It's literally like catching the fish,
right,
and throwing the fish back in the ocean.
Right. You don't need to eat the fish. It's all about it's about the catch.
Neve, that could be the new show.
Right.
That could be a new show. You take guys that think they're washed up, like husbands and guys that have been in committed relationships, don't know if they got it anymore. You take them out, see if they still got it, and they don't have to fuck the chick or establish a relationship. Just the fact they got the number or the chick told them they was attractive.
I had a whole show I was actually developing just like that.
Really? You know what? I think Neve just stole my idea, but he has a show that he's developing.
See, I got another wrinkle of that show that we could just do on the web, where instead of giving them game, you just give them a knife and do that knife scenario. And we'll slash fish.
No, you know what show you guys would like? I was thinking about doing.
What?
Get a guy on a dating website, right?
Okay.
Create a cute girl profile with a real girl. Get the guy to show up for a date. He's so excited, right? And maybe he's like a little out of her league.
Mm-hmm.
And then see how far he'll go to actually get the date. So like he shows up, grandpa opens the door in his underwear, and the girl comes downstairs, she's not ready yet, and says like, oh my God, will you just sit with my grandpa for a few minutes while I finish getting ready? Then grandpa craps his pants and she comes out, oh, will you help change his underwear? And then she gives him maybe like a little kiss on the cheek to make him think like, okay, wait a sec, I guess she really likes me. Like, and she leads him on, and how far will he go to get that date?
Have you patented this already?
No.
You can't be giving away this free game.
And it's all hidden camera. You know, I mean,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
There was a show on BET called Hell Date.
Oh man,
I remember that.
And but I like the idea that they're not on the date yet. It's to get the date.
Yeah.
That's what's fun about
or
it.
maybe they go out on a date and she says, "Hey, come back to my place," and then shit gets crazy because then he really thinks then he thinks he's in the clear. He's got the home stretch.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about Catfish to me, and I talked to you about this before, Neve. It's like, because you just mentioned being out of their league. A lot of these people that are catfishing people would probably bag the guy they want or the girl they want if they would just be themselves from the beginning.
Right. Exactly. If they just were straight up from the start.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everyone's so concerned that they don't look the way that they think people are going to want them to look. So, you know.
They just want love, man. People just want to be loved.
That's what we're going to name this podcast.
People just want to be loved?
We just all want love.
Anyway, speaking of Catfish, you know, your episode is the premiere of season 4.
I'm hearing. When is that? February 25th, right?
February 25th at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock on MTV, baby.
Big dog.
Is it a good episode?
It's great.
Let's talk about that on your podcast.
We will.
Okay. Listen, anything else you want to sell, Neve? It's all about selling, baby.
Yeah.
I don't even like to say. Anything else you want to say? No. Anything else you want to sell?
Well, you know, if you don't know, I'm on all social medias.
Yep.
Neve Schulman, NEVSCHULMAN.
Yes.
On the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. Find me.
You got a book in stores?
I got a book that came out last year. That's, you know, put a lot of work into.
What's the name of it?
It's called In Real Life.
In Real Life. Do you think the internet's not real life?
I think. I mean, if you know. Technically, of course, it is part of real life. But I think it's a somewhat lesser version. I mean, some people use it for beautiful things and it connects people around the world, and that's all great. But I think at a certain point, if you're spending too much time or if you're using it to define yourself in a way that isn't constructive, then it becomes a lesser or worse version of real life.
I think it's easy to become a caricature of yourself on social media. And like that's my biggest fear in the world, is that you become a caricature of yourself. Because you can listen to what people say about you too much, good or bad.
Well, right.
So
That's the problem with the internet right now, I think, especially for a younger generation, is you're defining yourself online, and with that comes sort of the assessment of your worth. And so you're basically submitting yourself to the judgment of thousands and thousands of people who you don't know to judge you and determine whether or not you're worthy of their likes or retweets or follows. And so people are starting to change and create themselves based on what people will like rather than what they like.
Exactly.
And so I think we have a sort of strange generation of people that are all kind of turning into the same person because we all share the same images. We see which pictures people like, so we post those pictures. And
a lot of group
and we're just sort of narrowing our sort of field of view and all trying to play into this same, middle of the road, safe, hope people don't, dislike and unfollow me place.
It's a lot of groupthink. And it's so crazy, no matter how many social media, different social media sites you have or whatever you call it, platforms, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, nobody can ever know the true totality of you if they don't sit down and kick it with you. And even when you sit down and kick it with a person, you don't know exactly what a person is about. So it's like you can't let people form an opinion or come to an opinion of who you are based off social media. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't want to know who that person is. You just want what they give you on social media.
Right.
Like if you're maybe a model or I don't even know. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you're a wrestler. You just want the character that they play. Like when I watch wrestling, I don't want to see them hurt backstage, rubbing their fucking back and shit.
Yeah,
but
that's dangerous because the person playing that character starts to think that they really are that character. That's what's dangerous about it.
Yeah, that's true.
We all curate ourselves. I mean, I try to be really positive online because I feel like there's enough people complaining. We've all got our problems. No one needs to hear my problems. But you spend an hour with me, and I'm gonna fucking talk your ear off about how annoying things are, and and how much something's bothering me, or how slow the service is at the restaurant, or how overcooked my steak was. But I don't think anybody else should have to hear that.
But being overly positive on social media is fake too, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's not fake. I mean, I don't say things I don't believe,
gotcha.
But you're not getting the whole Neve.
Gotcha.
I mean,
gotcha.
I just don't think that's a product that everybody wants.
Hey man, I just say be yourself, man. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna fry. I'm a piece. I go through ebbs and flows. I go through ups and downs. Sometimes I feel like I got it together. Sometimes I'm confused, and I express it all. I can ask a simple question on Twitter, and motherfuckers will be like, "You dumb fuck, who didn't know that?"
Right.
Me. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can save 15% or more with Geico.
Huh?
In 15 minutes.
I'm lost here.
See,
Schulz.
I don't know what's going on, but I think that is true. And about 25% of the people that ask me what show I'm on think it's a Geico commercial.
Oh, really? Geico?
Why the fuck are we talking about Geico?
That's funny because it sounds like Geico.
Every time, I'm at Denny's and someone will ask a picture, and then the person who works there will be like, "What show are you on?" I'll be like, "Geico." They'll be like, "Geico, love those."
I think you and Neve just did a commercial that I have no idea about. You got a Geico sponsorship?
Yeah, we didn't cut you in on that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, so Schulz, tell them where you at, man. Oh, you don't even know where the fuck you're at.
I don't even know where I'm at right now, but peace, man. Yo, Neve, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Neve, we appreciate you.
I'm sorry you couldn't come on the Catfish episode, with Charlamagne, but we'll have to get you on one sometime soon.
Absolutely, next time.
Listen, as all. Oh no, first of all, Catfish season 4, February 25th, 10 p.m.
Watch it.
MTV premiere episode. Me and Neve. It was a great episode, by the way. You might think the beginning is fake.
Oh my God, how crazy was that?
It was so crazy. It shows you how crazy God and the universe.
A crazy coincidence.
Super coincidence. But you'll see it on February 25th. But as always, if you listen to this show and you think we're smart and intelligent and you think you possibly learned something and you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you think we're a bunch of idiots who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, you're right too, because this is the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Thank you for listening.